ride with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
No Theo Dorsey today. You get Colin Russo, you get Cade Shumsden. It is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3. The 7th of July, 2026. A day removed from the United States losing pretty dramatically against the Belgium national team last night in the round of 16. Argentina and Egypt, a very surprising dogfight that Egypt had on their hands because going up 2-0 in the 78th minute, and you're thinking, boy, Ronaldo out, now the United States out. Wouldn't this be the icing on top, the cherry on top that Messi gets knocked out too? No. Argentina scores 3 goals in a span of about 13 minutes. They lead 3-2 as they are about to close this game. I'd be blown away if Egypt's able to accomplish anything right now because we are in the last final moments of this round of 16. And Argentina looks to move on. And the winner of this game has the winner of the Switzerland-Colombia game. And that would have been an interesting pathway to the semifinal had Egypt moved on. I mean, can we talk about this for a second? These African countries cannot close games. Can't do it. Ivory Coast had Norway. Congo, despite what people think, had England. Senegal had Belgium. Egypt had Argentina dead to rights. Messi was going to retire on the field. And somehow, someway, Argentina is able to string together 3 goals pretty dramatically. Enzo Fernandez with the 92nd minute header as the winner in this one. Pretty disappointed. Can I say that? Can I say that as a radio station that covers Inter Miami and Lionel Messi? I'm a little down on the Egyptian team not being able to close out because I like the new guard. I like the African countries showing that they belong, and I like seeing the Titans struggle and fall. And lo and behold, Argentina is able to survive a dramatic last 20 minutes. And Egypt also was up 1-0, had a goal, a long-time runner in about the 58th, 59th minute, called back on a foul on the other side of the field about 30 seconds, 45 to a minute prior. And they scored the goal. You're going up 2-0. You're thinking, boy, oh boy, here we go. They review this foul, which I thought was ticky-tack. Nonetheless, home cooking for the or whatever referee we got. I think believes a Dutch ref. Home cooking. Argentina survives down 1-0. And Egypt, give them credit. About 4 or 5 minutes later, had another runner, and were able to go up 2-0. You thought Argentina was dead. You thought they were dead. Yet some people in our office here watching the game thinking, boy, what's Argentina live line? What's Argentina live line? But they were dead to rights. It was the 78th minute. 79th, they score down 2-1, and then the floodgates were officially opened. Egypt was collapsing. You saw it front and center. It was a disgrace. And Lionel Messi has another signature greatest of all time moment because he had the equalizer as that second goal in about the 84th. And then from there on out, everybody in the building knew that Argentina was going to score again before we get to extra time. Everybody in the building knew before the end of regulation was going to hit. Everybody. Argentina was a buzzsaw the last 12 minutes, 13, 14, 15 minutes. It's a little disappointing for me. I want to see the Titans fall. Am I the bad guy for wanting to see Egypt? I can't wait to see Colombia fall on their face later today at 4 o'clock against Switzerland. The Swiss, who have had a weird tournament themselves, them advancing would be funny. I was dying to see Mexico beat England. Glad to see Norway beat Brazil. Finally, a underdog can show us up. Portugal, I can't root for Ronaldo. I'm fine with Spain winning. Morocco, all eyes are on you to beat France. I was hoping for a World Cup final being Egypt versus Morocco, the Battle of North Africa. You tell me, I'm getting into that. Who controls North Africa? That's what I was rooting for. But no, the Titans, they can't go away, can they? They cannot go away. FIFA World Cup rolls on, and We're closing out the round of 16, and there's one more game to go the rest of the way, and that is Switzerland, Colombia, before we move on to the round of 8, which will have a day off in between. It will start on Thursday, and that will start on the 9th with France and Morocco. And then you're looking at 1 game, 2 games per day, and we're going to be closing out here pretty soon. Only a couple more games to go, about 4 total, including the third place game. And Argentina, I mean, it's Messi magic yet again. And I'll spin this way. You watch Argentina. You watch the way everybody in that lineup rallies around Messi, rallies around his leadership, the spiritualness that he brings to that team in terms of rallying them together, laying it down the line to do anything for Argentina to win. It's just apparent and emphatic on the field that they will do absolutely anything for Lionel Messi. And it was a team effort there. 3 guys scored. But the fact that they play so hard, not only in defense of their country, but really to validate Messi's career even further, that's a true leader. It's a true leader. You don't see that with Portugal. You don't see that with Ronaldo. You see that with Norway. Haaland is the guy on that team. First time he was doing the 2 drums? Woo! After the game at MetLife on Sunday. They play hard for Haaland. You can even say the same thing for Harry Kane. Harry Kane brought England back single-handedly against Congo. Single-handedly. They play hard for Kane. How about Belgium? I know Lukaku only plays about 25 minutes a game each match, but play hard for him. There's a level of playing for your best player that you'll see amongst the great teams. You know who doesn't have that? The United States of America. The United States of America does not have a player that they rally about. You think Mbappe's a dictator? Fine. Maybe on the club level. Those French guys love him. Him, Elise, Dembele, take your pick on who's going to be the spiritual leader that day. Take your pick. Yamal is 16 years old. They play hard for him. And we're sitting here watching the United States play Belgium, and Pulisic, who is in 5 different Verizon commercials in the hydration break, talking about the McRib on McDonald's. We have him trying to lead a spiritual comeback against Belgium, but no. He stubs his toe, limps all over the field for 6-7 minutes, and he's gone in the 70th. You got to play hard for your best player. That's what I've noticed. You're almost only as good as your best player allows you to be. There is something about leading the troops out of the boat and onto the beach. Look at Messi. Look at Haaland. Look at all these different teams that have a world-class player and how they're able to rally around him. The United States is devoid of that. Flo Balogun was awesome throughout the tournament. Tensions ran high politically. Who knows how he came back? Everybody was upset about it. Couldn't find him yesterday. A couple opportunities here and there. Couldn't find him. There was nobody to rally around for the United States. You need a great player to rally around. We got Cade Chumsman behind the glass. A great player brings out the best in his teammates. Down 2, down 1. Norway faced adversity against Ivory Coast. They came back. England faced adversity against Congo. They came back. What do you think? England walking into Azteca, you thought that was, and that was Jude Bellingham. You think that's adversity? That was as gutsy of a win as you've seen this entire tournament. You think they rallied around that? Norway, there was nothing going on throughout that entire game. Cagey, as the English say. Until Haaland, walking around, 6'4", built like a Viking, able to put 2 in, and all of a sudden, that's away and done with. You follow your best player out of the boat and onto the beach. The United States does not have that. And if you want to talk to me about how good Pulisic is with AC Milan, fine. Fine. How good he was in 2022, fine. But what he did throughout the 5 games that the United States played, 4 in which that he played over the World Cup, if you want to sit here and tell me that what he did was acceptable, you're dead wrong. You rally around your best player. The United States didn't have that. Doesn't have that. That is a problem. That is the story of this tournament. Do me a favor. If you're a big World Cup fan, go look at the Golden Boot, the leaderboard on who's scoring the most throughout the tournament. You will see Mbappe. You will see Messi. You will see Haaland. You will see Harry Kane. You'll see Dembele. You'll see some of the top players in the world. You won't see Ronaldo, but you'll see some of the top players in the world because they show up and the lights are brightest. You know who didn't? The United States of America. Argentina, down 2. They were dead. Dead in the water. Dead. Forget it. 79th minute. Forget it. 3 goals in 13 minutes. You couldn't even fathom that in the United States game last night. Couldn't even fathom that type of rally, that type of fight, heart. You couldn't fathom it. Did they show guts against Bosnia? Absolutely. They showed a ton of guts. And that was a game in which you got to give the United States credit because down a man off a lackluster call, you got screwed a little bit, but they never trailed. There's something about coming back when you're trailing that, to me, just opens your world up to having unbelievable, unforgettable moments. And the United States lacked that. Guts, momentum, building something out of nothing. Underdog, guts, toughness, resilience, perseverance. Go down the list that our founding fathers wrote and how America embodies itself proudly. Tough, hard-nosed, doesn't take any crap. Didn't do that yesterday. Argentina just did, and that's why they have a World Cup to their name. And that's why they got world-class players all over the place. Because they got guys like Messi, they got experience. More importantly, they got guts. The United States lacked that. And I'm disappointed. Listen, I wasn't on top of the Gold Cup. I wasn't on top of all the qualifications, all their international friendlies. Wasn't on top of it. I'll admit that. But what I do know is what I saw over those 5 games. And there's a lot of good, a ton of good to take away from it. But there's also quite a bit of bad. And a lot of that bad came last night at the worst possible time. USA, Belgium 4-1 in match 94 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Argentina wins in a classic come from behind in match 95. They win that one 3-2 in basically 90 minutes. They had 8 extra added minutes. They scored the 92nd. Egypt put together quite a performance defensively. A lot of pressure offensively. They had a goal called back. Messi missed a penalty early in the game, about 14 minutes in. Missed a penalty early. All of a sudden, Argentina's a little tight. Egypt looked like the better team for most of that second half. And then all of a sudden, the onslaught began. Guts, toughness. Pains me to say that's what the United States lacked. That's what they lacked. 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776. Colin Russo, Cade Chumsden, theoretically speaking. Theo Dorsey, for those who do not know, is on paternity leave. congratulations to him and his lovely wife, Ashley, on the healthy birth of their baby boy, Cash Theodore Dorsey, born over the weekend. So congratulations to Theo. He is on newborn duty. So I doubt he's getting a ton of sleep, but I'm sure he's having a grand old time being, I don't know what the word is, first-time father. So congratulations to Theo and his wife on the birth of their baby boy. We'll talk to Theo in a week or so. I don't know. But he's got bigger and better things to worry about than Egypt and the North African teams continually to blow these games left and right. Cade Chums is behind the glass today. Cade, welcome in. The United States, if you watched every United States men's national team in the history of their federation or not, you could tell yesterday that the United States lacked initiative. They lacked living up to the moment. They lacked urgency. In a lot of ways, they lacked toughness. Cade, do you watch these other teams like I do, and you see all these other amazing top of the line world-class players and these guys rising to the occasion? And I feel like there is so much food left at the table for the United States to have a moment like that. What was your reaction? Not only watching everything else we've seen this World Cup with all these unbelievable come-from-behind victories, but also from what you saw from the United States last night against Belgium.
The one word I would use to describe what I saw last night was suffocating. Belgium had the pillow over United States' face. They had the rag in their mouth, and they never let go. And U.S., it just felt like they were flailing the entire time. They had no control, no poise, no guts. It was all control, all from Belgium. It didn't even look like they were trying. They just had the upper hand the entire time. And when it comes to the tournament, Colin, you talk about you follow your best leader. I was waiting for there to become a leader with the United States. We all knew that, yes, Pulisic is the guy. But we're waiting for, like you said, the new regime to come up. You saw a little bit with Tillman. You saw a little bit with Balogun. But they never showed up last night. Absolutely no one came to play last night. And it was very discouraging because, to be fair, we all knew that America had a good draw with their group. They had an easy first game with Bosnia. We all knew this was the first game we were going to see them tested, see them play some real competition.
An experienced team.
You would think that in the 6-7 days that they had to prepare, that they would have done their research, that they would have mentally been in the moment. And it's like they weren't even that from the jump. It's not like they got scared halfway through. From the get-go, that team was not ready to compete in the slightest. I'm seeing 4 different guys on that first goal watch the ball drop in front of them, and one Belgium guy takes over the play.
As bad as that first goal was rough.
We're seeing our goalie Freeze have a kicking bluff like the New York Giants had one in Week 13 last year.
Outside the box.
Like
57th minute, killed the game.
It was so jarring to see a team this professional and this with so much momentum, Colin. If you wanted to have momentum going into the round of 16, you had all of it. You scored a goal with only 10 men against Bosnia on a perfect free kick from Tillman. And Tillman had another good free kick last night to draw it 1-1. And within 90 seconds, you put zero pressure on a ball heading to the baseline. You get absolutely dunked on if soccer had a form of that. That was what happened last night on the second goal. Complete Moss dunking. And then absolutely no fire, no energy. The fourth goal was practically given to Belgium. We don't feel like playing anymore. Might as well give you guys another goal. It was the most non-American thing that I had ever seen.
It was un-American.
Forget soccer terms. This country is known for stepping up, being aggressive. And that was it was literally like putting up a white flag when the first whistle went off. It was appalling, it was jarring, and not surprised at all. And you kind of got that feeling within the first 50 seconds when they had a first real attack. And granted, Freeze made an unbelievable save. But the fact that it was so easy for them to just march down the field and get a great shot attempt off, you knew it was going to be trouble for America. And that's what they got what they earned last night.
888-760-3776 is the number to get into the program. on the Baptist Health Hotline. That's 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline. Reactions to that United States loss to Belgium last night. And honestly, that Argentina win over Egypt as well. Because I see a team that rallies around their top-of-the-line world-class players, spiritual leaders, guys who embody the country, embody the team, the lineup on the pitch, the fans. That's what Argentina has. And the United States lacked that last night against Belgium. Down on them, down in the finish there. And I know everybody talked about, well, if they win one game, that's sort of status quo. If they win two games, you feel really good. Expectations changed. Expectations have changed throughout the course of what we were led to believe and the snake oil they were selling us throughout that group stage. 888-760-3776 is the number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline. That's Kate Chumson. Colin Russo will continue to talk about the United States' loss to Belgium last night. Also, a little bit of reaction to what the heck just happened in that Argentina-Egypt game. Some might say doing the Lord's work, keeping them in the mix at this World Cup. I was in favor of a North African final, Egypt versus Morocco, but maybe I'm alone in that regard. We'll continue the conversation, talk about it a lot more next. It is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, don't let it. Let our expert team here get you back in the game. It's trusted by the pros and it's ready for you because everyone, including you, deserves pro-level care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care cares about you, and they want you to be right back ready to get indulged in all of your favorite hobbies. So remember, visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. Welcome to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
At HSS, movement is our specialty. Whether you're an athlete, a weekend warrior, or just trying to stay active, injuries and pain can keep you from moving the way you want. Our orthopedic specialists provide personalized treatment options for sports injuries, joint pain, spine care, and more. From non-surgical care to surgery and rehabilitation, with locations in West Palm Beach, Wellington, and Jupiter. Choose better, move better. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is the story of the one. the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Summer of fun. Minor league baseball action at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come out for soccer night on Saturday, July 18th, and the first 500 fans will receive a free Frozen Iguanas soccer jersey presented by Mega Commercial. And be sure to get into the early holiday spirit with Christmas in July on Saturday, July 25th. Both games are special Frozen Iguanas games, so stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to get your tickets today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know, I can talk from experience when I'm talking about what it means to have good water in your home. And even if you're a homeowner, being a homeowner knows, meaning that you got to know who to call. Right? When the power goes out, calling the electrician. Pipes, something wrong with the bathroom? You're calling the plumber. What about when you need better water? I don't really know who to call. Well, I'll tell you who to call. It is Culligan. They've been improving water for 90 years. With local experts handling everything from water softening to filtration, using the world's most efficient systems. Culligan is the one partner you can trust for everything your water touches, whether that be washing dishes, whether that be in the shower, whether that be just plain old drinking water. Whether you're in Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie, West Palm, or down in Miami, Culligan serves all of South Florida. Schedule that free water test today at Culligan.com. It's Colin Russo. We get Cade Shumsden behind the glass today. No Theo Dorsey on paternity leave following the birth of Cash Theo Dorsey over the weekend. United States lose last night to Belgium 4-1. Argentina, in an instant classic, comes from behind 2-0 to Egypt and is able to win in, 8 extra added minutes. They got to score one in the 92nd. And they won 3-2. Argentina survives and moves on for about the second straight game here. If you like Argentina, they are winning emphatically, sure, dramatically, yes. But you're dancing with the devil. Cape Verde was right there. Even a missed call away in the box in the 95th. Egypt was right there. Argentina is messing around right now. I'm going to be honest. Messing around right now. And they get the winner of Switzerland, Colombia, which is the last game in the round of 16, which is going to be coming up later on today at 4 p.m. 12-4 are the games for today's World Cup matches, fixtures, I should say. And that is surprising to say the least. 12-4 is a very strange time. Maybe they're doing that to accommodate, nobody. But neither here nor there. Cade Shumsden's behind the glass today. The United States, let's talk about this. There's been a big conversation about why the United States lost that game against Belgium. Grand scope. Is United States soccer in a good spot? Future-wise, are they going to be in a better position in 4 years? Golden generation, which is a term thrown around entirely too loosely as somebody who doesn't even follow it that much. But golden generation thrown around entirely too loosely. The United States thrown around that this is theirs. And after what they put on yesterday in terms of a performance, yes, they won a knockout stage game for the first time since 2002, albeit in a expanded World Cup. It was not the round of 16. It was the round of 32. But they still were able to do it against Bosnia and in a pretty incredible way, down a man for about 35 minutes in that game. Nonetheless, if you're trying to dissect a problem in terms of what is wrong in the United States, I think a lot of Americans, casual sports fans, would ask themselves the question about why the United States is not excellent and nothing short of excellent at the sport of world football or soccer. Why aren't they top of the line good? We are a country of 340 million people. We are the most diverse country in the history of civilization. We have immigration from all over the world. Plenty of United States citizens born with birthright here, Flo Balogun being an example of this. And more athletes all over the place from all walks of life into many sports that truly dominate. There are selective sports at the Olympics that the United States dominate, whether that be gymnastics or whether that be swimming. Track and field, especially on the women's side. The United States has top-of-the-line athletes. Never really the best. The sprinters come out of Jamaica and Kenya. But nonetheless, still, top of the line at the track. United States is in the mix in pretty much every single sport. Baseball, right in the mix. The only thing that basketball, they've been the standard, but that is an American-based sport, and the rest of the world is catching up, as we've seen. Soccer is sort of the sport where the United States is behind the rest of the world. France is in a better spot. England's in a better spot. Germany, although they're old, in a better spot. Belgium is a country of what, 10 million people? So we're talking about a country that 11.96. It's the size of New York City. And they were able to beat the United States. Now, quality of player, the United States definitely had the quality of player in some capacity to compete with a lot of these teams. And look no further than what Paraguay did. Paraguay was right there with France, whether you like it or not. They were right there with France. Morocco's one of the top teams in the mix, and Canada was right there with them for a lot of that game. So it begs the question of what is the ceiling of United States soccer? What is the possibilities of United States soccer? Can they ever be top of the line, win it all good? And if the answer isn't, or excuse me, if your answer is that they can never be, then we're looking at this the wrong way, because they absolutely can be and should be in the mix at some point in time. Not this year, maybe not even next time. But to sit here and tell me that the most athletically diverse country in the history of civilization can't string together 11 guys, 20 guys on a roster that are able to competently perform at a great level against top of the line competition, I don't know what we're selling ourselves. It's just not possible. Why not? Why not? Plenty of money goes into sports. United States has its own league. MLS has its own problems, but if people love the MLS. There are world-class players from all types of life in other sports. And this is one thing I do want to bring up, because everybody started talking about a lot of the criticism around United States soccer has been because of youth sports. Youth sports, as we know down here, Cade, more than anything, is a very expensive endeavor. It has raised, in terms of prices to pay youth sports, it's raised 46% since 2019, if you want a number to it. So it's getting more and more expensive to play, and basically where the rest of the world does it in terms of a club will find this player in Argentina or Brazil, or they'll find him in Italy or somewhere, and they'll bring him into the club level, develop him as an 8-year-old, and then all of a sudden from 8 years old to 16 years old, they are basically born and bred to be warriors at the professional level early on. The United States is not like this. The United States men's national players, only 4 of them played college soccer. Rest of them were sent off to their academies at a young age, 11, 12 years old, and that was sort of it. And the United States has its own academies, but a lot of the great ones are overseas. So I guess if you're talking about if it will ever change in terms of will the United States be able to catch up to the rest of the world in developing these top-of-the-line players, developing best-in-the-world caliber players, is that possible? The answer should be yes. But there are obviously problems with youth sports. And I think if you're going to criticize one thing, soccer is, at least competitively, a difficult sport to get good at if you're not all in. It's like tennis. You want to be great at tennis. You want to be great at tennis. You want to play on tour. That's your childhood. That's your childhood. You want to play football? Guess what? If you're a great athlete, you got great genes, you run fast, you're 16 years old, somebody can coach you. You can be a good player in 3 years. Basketball, sort of the same thing. You're tall, you got hands, a little coordination. Give us a year. See if we can put something together. Soccer, tennis, maybe even golf. It's not like that. Swimming, not like that. I think that's what holds United States soccer back, is there is not a priority or an accessibility to the sport to the everyday person as much as there is other sports. And I also think culturally, soccer is just not that important. For a youth athlete, Cade, you've done plenty of coverage at the high school level in South Florida. And you grew up in Florida, in the southern part of the United States. Of the totem pole of youth sports, where do you think soccer lands?
It's got to be fourth for youth sports.
Let's say boys.
Yeah, I'm still saying. Again, I grew up in southern United States, so hockey's not in play for me. Otherwise, it's football, basketball, baseball, soccer.
Right.
That's how it works down here. Now, I will say, I think it's one thing to note is that, yes, there are academies here in America. David Beckham actually was the one who brought that over from Europe.
Within the last 15, 20 years, yes.
Yes. But when he started playing for the MLS president actually asked him, like, hey, what do you see in our game that we need to do better? He's like, where are the academies? And the guy's like, what? So he was the one who kind of started that, and they are getting built up. Dallas FC, I think, is the biggest and best one for us in America, and that's even growing more. One thing that I think is completely different from the rest of the world and in America is the fact that our college sports are just as popular as our professional sports, if not more in some cases.
Correct.
No other nation on earth has amateur sports as popular as their professional sports. So when
University athletics, period.
When I was playing youth sports, especially in Florida, all everyone talked about was playing at the college level, watching college sports on Saturdays, college sports, and gross youth sports. And then you start thinking about professional sports once you're actually into college sports. Nobody's talking about playing professionally while they're in their youth camps. They're all talking about what university they want to go play for, right? In soccer, it is literally get into academy so you can go play professionally when you're 16, 17 years old. That is not how sports work in America. So to implement a sport that almost is counterintuitive to the way the youth think about their sports in general, whether or not you play a certain sport, I think 99% of youth sports players, no matter what they play, are thinking about playing at that college level, thinking about that playing at that elite high school level. And then everything you do outside of that is just trying to help you get there, right? Like I would play junior golf tours because I was a golfer in high school, but I would play in junior tours outside of high school to get myself into college, not to get myself into a program that gets me professionally. You know what I'm saying? All right. So it is going to take a lot for soccer to become big because, I mean, yes, college soccer is a thing, but like you just said, it's not the direct path to being professional. It is almost like we were talking with one of our guys from our...
who played Division I soccer.
Yeah. He said that everyone in the college level that he played against was almost like second tier.
And they missed the boat.
None of the great players were there. If you missed out on making that incredible club academy, then you just have to you still want to go play competitively somewhere. And so then you either stay in America and play in college level, or even a lot of people in Europe will come over to America just to play competitively with some fans in the stands. And then they play at the college level. It's going to take a lot if soccer wants to be competitive as a sport where they want to compete in these World Cups, then it's going to have to gain popularity, and people in youth sports are going to have to kind of almost rework their brain on what they want to do when they grow up.
Yeah, it's fascinating because it's just a different culture. And I think you hit a lot of great points there, especially with the fact that college sports is sought after in every other sport other than soccer. If you play college soccer, Division I, by the way, which is completely underfunded and underrepresented in the grand scope of men's sports, only 2 teams in the SEC have men's soccer teams at the Division I level that are not club. 15 of the 18 are in the ACC. There's about 5 or 6 Big Ten teams that don't. Most of the Big 12 does not have men's soccer teams. So it's just not necessarily a sport that there's money behind. They get a fraction of a percentage of NIL, even if there is any. They get usually 10 scholarships per team out of 25 players. They don't get a full scholarship amount. I know that's sort of changing with the revenue share. I don't know the new rules. It happened last year. Bottom line is, it is not a prioritized sport. So it's hard for me to sort of rationalize the fact that, well, you ask yourself the question, well, why isn't the United States great? It's not great because it's not prioritized amongst the youth. And that's, sure, we're talking about youth sports and how the United States men's national team, how are we not getting better quality comparatively to a country with 11 million people? A lot of them are not from Belgium, but point is, there are 11 million people live in Belgium, and the United States has 340 of a. And you can make the argument, hey, listen, India doesn't have a team in the World Cup, neither does China. They're billions of people apiece. Well, they don't even play soccer in a lot of ways in those countries to the level that the United States does. The United States is 10 times more serious than those two countries. So it's not just all about population. The United States is very athletically serious. It is a booming business. But another thing, too, is I also think as youths, soccer players are rarely idolized to the level that other athletes are. Baseball players, basketball players, football players, a lot more idolization and, I guess, awareness of these players come from those sports comparatively to soccer, because probably there's not a lot of great American soccer players, but also everybody's overseas.
Yeah, you can't actually go and watch your favorite player.
You're not going to go see your favorite player.
You can go watch LeBron. You can go watch whenever Brady, or you can go watch Patrick Mahomes. You can go watch these players.
A lot of this is publicization too, right? Like,
True.
The MLS is just not publicized to the level that the NBA, heck, even the NHL, which is still not great at it. The NFL, as we know, the MLB, big stars. You want to follow big stars. You want to be like big stars. And even if you are a real fan and you're a college fan as well, there's stars at the college levels. Basketball, football, even baseball. Frozen Four. Stars that you want to follow, you want to be a part of, you want to feel a mix of. You don't get that in soccer. And I think that hurts them because the culture surrounding the sport in the United States is remarkably unserious. And it's unserious for a lot of reasons. Because if you're a parent and you want your kid to play youth soccer with a competitive club, you're probably shelving out in the thousands per year. Most likely. Travel costs, hotels, we're going to tournaments, individual coaching. Whereas, and for those who don't know the difference, whereas the United States, the parent is the customer. They're the ones who pay for their kid to be involved in these clubs. Whereas in Europe, if I play for, or the Barcelona, system, academy wants to find me, they'll pay for that. They'll cover that because the athlete is the investment. They'll get the kid at 7. They'll bring him up through the system. Either they get him on their own team or they could sell him out when they're going to different clubs and they get paid for it and everything like that. And all of a sudden, they get a return on their investment in the form of a great player for their team or in the form of a great player for another team. And the United States doesn't have that. That's relegation, that's promotion, that's all stuff that European leagues embody that the United States does not. But the bottom line is, if you want to fix it, make it more accessible, you got to make it a little cheaper. And also, I think the culture as a whole, it just needs to get a little bit more popularized. Because I think that's a problem. You tell me that 38-year-old Tim Ream is the best center back option for the United States out of 340 million people after what we saw yesterday? If you're telling me he's the best option, or Matt Freese is the best option in goal out of 340 million people, that's a problem. Just size and athletic ability, the United States should be better. And I know maybe this is dumb. Maybe this is an American take, but it's the truth. The United States has no excuse but to be in the mix on a sport they're serious about, such as soccer. And they got the academies. They got all that. They got college soccer. They got to funnel money into it, and it's got to be a little bit more accessible from a youth age perspective. 888-760-3776. Why is the United States not as good at soccer as other smaller, way smaller countries? Is it the academies? Is it youth sports? Is it culture of the popularized of the sports? Too expensive to have your kid play? 888-760-3776. Let us know. Kate brought up some good points. You idolize college. You want to go play in college. You want to go be involved in college. You don't have that college soccer. College soccer is sort of, you missed your prime. And what do you expect? You expect a young couple in Palm Beach Gardens to ship out their 7-year-old to Dortmund? And we'll see you in 15 years when you're a professional? Can't expect that. It's not American culture. American culture is kid's going to grow up. He's going to have a childhood. He's going to play sports, maybe multiple. You're good enough. You're going to focus on one. You're going to go to college and play another one. School, whatever it might be. It's a little different for those professional top-of-the-line players. Very strange. Very strange. I've been trying to make sense of it all day, and I've been reading into these academies all day. 888-760-3776. Number to get into the program. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. Cade Thompson, Colin Russo. We'll take a time out here. We got the happy hour at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned. A little bit more World Cup talk on the other side of things. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Guys, it's Theo Dorsey, and I got to be honest with you. Going cheap on repairs might feel good on the scoreboard at first, but it can cost you big down the line. EDS stands for Everyday Savings, and it's the kind that is built on quality work, trusted technicians, and real long-term value. They've been doing it for 20 years in this area, and they would love to service you as well. EDSisyes.com is the website. They have same-day hot water heater replacement. Plus, I'm a Gold Plan member, and you know what that means? 2 yearly tune-ups with the EDS Gold Plan, and, of course, this is always what everybody loves. EDS is offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. Hey, Theo, how do I know if I'm qualified? That's simple. Go to EDSisyes.com, check in, and see how you can be equipped with the finest stuff that South Florida has to offer. You don't have to settle for second best. You can invest in comfort and confidence. EDSisyes.com. EDS is yes. They've been servicing this area for 20 years. Let them service you next.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Listen live for all of your Inter Miami coverage, including play-by-play, weekly shows, and all the latest on the Herons. If it's Inter Miami, it's on ESPN 106.3. Listen on the ESPN South Florida app or stream it on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with Inter Miami anytime, anywhere. Presented by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE today.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia. Have you ever wished buying a car could actually feel easy? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, it does, especially during the summer sticker sales event. Just call Lonnie Mister, tell him what you're looking for, and before you arrive, he'll have a vehicle ready out front, washed, gassed up, and waiting for you. He'll even text you photos so you know exactly what to expect. No games, no pressure, no hidden fees. Just real people helping real people. With hundreds of new Kias arriving, including the Telluride, K4, K5, Sportage, and all-electric EV9, there's never been a better time to find the perfect ride. Not sure which Kia is right for you? Take advantage of Greenway Kia's exclusive 24-hour test drive. Take it home, drive it, and make sure it's the one. Plus, this week only, the Greenway Kia Credit Clinic is back. Let their team work hard to help get you approved. Call 561-433-1511 and ask for Lonnie Mister. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where buying a car feels personal.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hey, you. Step right into pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From the weekend warriors or even the seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the same advanced care that you deserve. So lock in and get right with the people who do it the best. Get back to doing what you love most and learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. Again, that's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care wants to welcome you to being treated like a pro.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
No Theo Dorsey today. Colin Russo in with Cade Chums, and Theo Dorsey's on paternity leave, so we'll see him next week after the birth of his baby boy over the weekend, Cash Theo Dorsey. So congratulations to him and his wife, Ashley. 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline, Argentina. Building a little bit of a magical run here as the reigning champion of the World Cup. And they had another come-from-behind, unbelievable game against Egypt. Down 2 in the 79th minute, able to score 3 in about 13 minutes to take the victory. Of course, Leo Messi had another one. He's got 8 goals in 5 games. He leads the way in the Golden Boot race. He is one of the top scorers, if not one of the top scorers in this tournament that we've seen in quite some time. Alongside him, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, Vinny Jr., all the guys who have been in the mix up until this point. You're seeing the top players in this sport showing up when the lights are brightest, except for the United States. Nonetheless, Cade Chums in behind the glass today. And Leo, let's think about it for a second. Lionel Messi he's 39 years old. He's 39 years old, turned 39 about 2 weeks ago. And he is still the lifeblood, he is still the focal point, and he is still the best player on that Argentinian team. If he's able to capitalize and create another possible run, and they could win it all. They are good enough to win it all. If he could do that again, we're looking at one of the great sort of last rides, if you will, that we've seen in quite some time in the history of sports. That's sort of in the middle of watching as he sort of makes his way into the quarterfinal. Cade Chumson, you got a list of a number of different players in sports that have done the same. Last run. The final song in their careers as they close out on the highest of notes. And let's figure this out. Where would this run that Messi is putting together, where would it rank in comparison to some of these other ones? Now, Cade, how many do you have together here, and what different sports do you have covered?
Yeah, I have 5 others in 5 different sports.
Oh,
So
wow.
I tried diversifying it a little bit, and I wanted to see, like, how does this compare to some other ones. So you ready to start things off?
All right, so
we're
are you
not
gonna-
going to do a list of 5.
Okay.
I just want you to simply take Messi's current performance, where he has 8 goals leading the Golden
Yes.
Boot race. It's the most he's had in a single World Cup. This run of Messi compared to whatever single either tournament or game performance from an all-time great who was in the back end of their career.
How about you do it this way? Give me one each, and then I will tell you if I think Messi's run currently is better or worse.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
Ready?
Yes.
Brady in the 2020 NFL season, where he was 43 years old, went for 4,600 yards and won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That was one of the most validating runs in the history of football because he won without Belichick. Belichick couldn't win without him. Boy, that's close. Boy, that's close. Messi's run last World Cup. Boy, this is already a tough one. Part of me wants to say Brady, but it's a team sport. It's a little different. But
What if Messi,
43 years old, I'm actually going to go with Brady.
What if Messi were to win this World Cup?
I think if he wins this World Cup and he's able to knock off France again, then we'll have a different conversation.
Yeah, for
but as
sure.
it stands today, Brady at a 43-year-old, he validated his career. You didn't know whether it was Brady or Belichick separately or Brady and Belichick together, and you got the sense that it was Brady by himself
Just
by being able to win
the
that.
first year after they were
Yeah,
gone.
that was and listen, he made playoff runs every year of that too. Remember, he had that comeback against the Rams, against Stafford the year they made it. That was the following year. Came down from 27-3 or something like that. He was able to tie the game nonetheless. Brady, I think, is sliver better than that one. Go ahead.
All right. In the NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he was 38 years old in 1985, won Finals MVP for the Lakers, knocking off the Celtics.
Yeah, I would say no. Messi's is more impressive here. Kareem was an unbelievable late season player, but that was Magic's team. From about 1982 on, that was Magic's team. He was playing with Worthy, I believe. Yeah, 1985, Worthy was there at that point. And probably 5 Hall of Famers. He was in the mix of that Lakers-Celtics rivalry where the Celtics won in 86, the Lakers won in 85. The Celtics beat the Lakers in 7 and 84. I'm going to say quietly this is Leo Messi's is more impressive because remember, Kareem also played a couple of years later too because he played in 87, played in 88, and they won in 87 and 88 as well. So keep that in mind. But Kareem, I would say Messi's is more impressive than Kareem because Kareem was on an unbelievable team and he wasn't the focal point. Go ahead.
Let's go to baseball now. Nolan Ryan throws a no-hitter at age 44.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. That's a one-game situation. I'm still going to go Messi here. Ryan defied the odds. He does something that pitchers will never, ever consider ever again in terms of that late in his career. He was a robot. I'm still going to go Messi here. I think that one's easier because it's a one-gamer. What else?
All right, let's head to the ring. George Foreman at age 45 becomes the oldest heavyweight champion after taking down Michael Moorer.
Yeah, I was wondering who he beat. Foreman, one of the great heavyweights of all time. Now, the thing is, he was undefeated going into Ali against 76 in the Rumble in the Jungle. That was in Zaire. And he was the favorite in that game because I think he was 44-0, and Ali already had his Frazier bouts. And that was the biggest win of Ali's career because I think he beat him in 8 rounds. He wore him out. It wasn't the best moment of Foreman's career, though. I'm still going to go Messi because you got to beat an all-time great. I don't know enough about Moore's career, but you got to be an all-time great. Beat an all-time great in that spot. Despite him being old, we see 45-year-old boxers all the time. We don't see 39-year-old best player on a World Cup running team. All right, so that's number 4. This is
last
best
one.
Sort of final runs that all-time greats have had throughout sports history comparatively to what Leo Messi is doing right now for Argentina. Go ahead.
There's 2 I could have gone the golf route. I'll go the most recent one. Tiger Woods at age 43 taking down the greats in the 2019 Masters.
Yeah, that's one of the more unforgettable moments, I would say, this century in terms of just the ramifications of his career. It was the pinnacle. In a lot of ways, it was the best win of his career. Tiger on Sunday, wore in the red. That you'd make I would make him an argument right now. That is a top 2 golf event in the history of golf. So because of that, I think I'm going to go Tiger just a little ahead of Messi. So Messi's middle of the pack there.
If I put, so I told you there were 2. If I put the 1986 Masters with Jack Nicklaus at age 46 winning it, where would you put it?
I'm biased. I didn't watch the 86, but
Okay.
I would say Tiger, but I understand. Remember Tiger
in comparison to Messi.
Oh, in comparison to Messi. Okay. It's different. You know, I'm living in the Messi one right now. It's hard for me to make an argument for 86.
Correct. No, I hear you on that.
You'd agree with that?
So yeah, I totally hear you on that. So the only two you put above Messi's run currently are Brady in 2020 when he won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, his first year outside of Belichick, and Tiger Woods winning the 2019 Masters.
Right when you're going into this, before I knew what you were going to say, I knew I was going to put Tiger at the top of the list, and I knew that was going to be somewhere. That Tiger, you could make an argument that was the most memorable golf moment in the history of the sport. Is Tiger coming back and winning that again?
100%.
2019.
100%.
You make an argument in terms of the way he did too. Like you can make an argument that was one of the most important tournaments, but rounds of golf, especially that Sunday. That the sport of golf has ever had. So, and Matt, you can make an argument that Messi will never be playing in a game as good as the France final in 2022. Now, he's played in 2 instant classics in a row against Cape Verde and Egypt. If we see another matchup for the third time in a row of France-Argentina, it's another classic, we'd have another conversation. But it's too early to say. And that Brady, I'm right on that Brady, right? Would you agree with that, Cade? Brady being a bigger run, that validated his entire career.
I think if Messi wins this World Cup, I'm going to give it to Messi. But as it currently stands, if he were to get knocked off in the round of 8 or semifinals, I'll give it to Brady.
Yeah, there was so much, not animosity, but a rivalry between of who takes credit for the Patriot dynasty, Brady or Belichick. And I'm not saying that either deserves more than the other, but the system quarterback conversation was a real conversation. Brady left the Patriots not only to prove himself to everybody else because of that argument.
And then also go think about who Brady beat in the playoffs.
He won 3 straight road games.
It was the Washington.
It was the Saints,
Washington football team.
It was
at first,
and the Taylor Heineke game.
Yep, and then it was the Saints with Drew Brees who won that division
on the road, and they were the best. They won 14 games that year.
And then it was Rodgers, I believe, on an MVP season.
It was Rodgers on an MVP season, fresh on the LaFleur hunt.
And then it was Patrick Mahomes of the Super Bowl who had won the previous Super Bowl.
And it was 3 road games because they were a divisional team. They were a wild card team.
Yep.
They won 3 road games, and then the Super Bowl was, like you said, at home. So they won that at Raymond James against Mahomes, who never loses. And they did that 3. It's one of the best runs in the history of the NFL in terms of who they beat. I mean, he beat 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. He beat 3 top 8 quarterbacks ever, 2 of which on the road. Two of them are in MVP form, and Breeze was too. Really is one of the best runs, and they only won 11 games that year. Really, one of the best runs, one of the better teams too. I mean, they had Godwin, Evans. I mean, they had Sue. They had Levante David.
They had Brown when his head was together.
Yeah, they had Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette. They had a lot of guys. That was a great team. Nonetheless, good exercise. We'll see if Messi can keep this up because what he is doing right now is obviously unprecedented. He just is stat padding a GOAT resume, and there's nobody much closer. Messi in the field is really the distance between the 20th best player ever and Ronaldo. Let's just get that out of there. That's how far separated Leo Messi is. Cade Chumpson, Colin Russo. We'll loop in Christina Costanza for the Hatina Happy Hour. Coming up on the other side of things as we enter into the 3 p.m. hour of Theoretically Speaking right here on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow, who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing, American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Marlins fans, do you feel the need for baseball? Top Gun Day is cleared for takeoff at Lone Depot Park on Sunday, July 12th at 1:40 p.m. Your special ticket package includes an exclusive Top Gun cap and a game ticket to watch the Fightin' Fish take on the Guardians. Suit up and grab your crew for a game day packed with family fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/topgun.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSIsYes.com today.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor, made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the strawberry watermelon refresher and the mango pineapple refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all new drinks are here now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
This soccer season, bring home a win that lasts beyond the final whistle. If hard water is spotting dishes, dulling laundry, and drying out your skin, that's a foul. Culligan has helped families since 1936 with free water testing and reverse osmosis systems that filter contaminants at the source. While the tournament ends soon, Culligan keeps savings going. Enjoy 12 months with no payments and no interest. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Serving South Florida, Vero Beach to Miami Beach.
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Colin Russo in for Theo Dorsey today on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3. We got Kate Chumsett behind the glass today. Theo Dorsey's on paternity leave with the birth of his baby son. Cash Theo Dorsey was born over the weekend, so congratulations to Theo and his lovely wife, Ashley. He is on father duty for the foreseeable future. You know where if you were in a good spot and you were watching the United States get ravaged by Belgium last night and you're thinking, boy, oh boy, only food can make me feel better? Well, hopefully you're watching it at a Duffy's, because you know Duffy's Sports Grill is my go-to for watching any big game. And this summer they got something really special going on. They got the World Cup Rib Tour that runs now through the end of the World Cup, which is July 19th. Duffy's is pairing with the world's biggest soccer tournament with their famous slow-roasted, fall-off-the-bone baby back ribs. And for a limited time, you can enjoy them with the 3 brand-new barbecue flavors inspired by tastes from all around the world. You can try the Jack Daniel's Blackberry BBQ, which I've had, which is a sweet, bold barbecue sauce blended with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry Whiskey and a blackberry puree. They got the sweet and spicy chili crisp barbecue. They got the spicy mango habanero barbecue. They got it all, and you can pair it with an ice-cold Mick Ultra, Stella Artois, Neutral, or you catch every World Cup game with wall-to-wall TVs, over 80 TVs on every spot. It's only available for a limited time, so stop by your neighborhood Duffy's Sports Grill and experience the World Cup Rib Tour before it is gone. Duffy's, our game is always on. We're streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. If you missed any of the program, go listen back. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. Just go to Theoretically Speaking. Kate Chumsett's keeping us up for the airwaves today. And we have Christina Costanza in the house. Tina in the Wild. Welcome in, Tina. How are you today for the happy hour? What's going on?
I'm doing great. How are you, Colin?
Tina's very nervous because she makes the top 5 on Tuesdays, and she thinks I'm gonna think it's gonna suck. So we'll see what happens.
Every week you think it sucks. Every week.
So
and
what's the theme of this week's top 5?
You learned this earlier. There's no theme. I figure out my top 5 on things I see on social, on big events that happen, if it's sporting, if it's pop culture. Like, there's no theme. Last week, there was a theme because I didn't have much from either pop culture or sports, and I had all these questions about airplane etiquette. And so that's why I decided the theme last week, I guess, was like traveling, etiquette, whatever. But there's no theme.
All right.
Ever.
So there's no theme today, but there is a theme.
But I put a lot of effort into this. I was stressing because I'm like, I don't know what to do this week. And I didn't save a lot from the holiday weekend. And Theo's not here to, kind of be a little bit more positive about my top 5s and be into it. You're not very into it ever. And I just want to make sure today that you are. I even asked you to just fake it.
I'm not faking this. So we'll see. Cade's our bringer of the good news, because we'll see what we come up with. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna criticize. I'm gonna criticize if there's a.
I feel like you're gonna be on my side with one of them.
All right. Wow.
Okay.
You're making me out to be a little too negative. I mean, I'm just have an opinion on it.
Okay. Or you don't say a word. It's either a negative opinion, or you just have nothing to say.
We are on the radio. I mean,
you have nothing to say.
What's in the cocktail today, huh?
So, I went with, unfortunately, a losing themed cocktail for Team USA losing last night, unfortunately.
A loser's cocktail?
A loser's cocktail.
All right.
Flight home. You've got...
It's going to be Colombia after they lose to Switzerland. Go ahead.
You think they are?
Yeah. I think Colombia's... My saying has always been this tournament, their next match is going to be against the customs agent at the airport on the way out.
Okay. Isn't Switzerland's best player out?
Well, I'm down on Colombia. Colombia's fake. Not a big time
Well,
team.
Everyone was against you in the office earlier today because you didn't want Argentina to win.
Well, listen, I like to see the Titans fall. I'm not a winner picker, but everybody else is. That's fine. It's bandwagon. I get it.
The flight home. You've got bourbon, fresh lemon juice, honey syrup, a splash of ginger ale, and a lemon peel to garnish.
So bourbon is the primary component of this one.
Yes.
All right. So if you go to a bar and you say, I want the flight home.
Hell no. They're not going to have that. I've learned while using chat just to help me with themes and whatnot. So many of the cocktails are all the same ingredients. It's just they somehow figure out a name that
some of these bars have the books. They have the books with all the
yeah,
cocktails.
Totally. But I would say 90% of the ones that I actually bring up, if you were to go to a bar and try to order it, they're going to look at you like you have 8 heads. And think you're crazy.
Certainly, we should be able to partner with Duffy's or someone to be able to try a majority. You need to go back and you need to find, your favorite ones you want to build and try, and we need to get some live reactions.
Well, this Friday, I will be starting every Friday's cocktail of the day will be brought to you by O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach, and it'll be a cocktail on their menus. And I will be going and trying them. So
they have a book?
They have a handful of restaurants on site at O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach, and I will be getting a cocktail from those menus to share every Friday.
All right.
Starting this Friday.
Starting this Friday.
I'm
looking forward to it. All right. So
you can actually go try them if you go to the O Resort and Spa. You can be like, hey, Tina mentioned this cocktail, and I'd like to try it.
All right. But only the ones on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
So if you go to the O Resort and Beach place,
and you order the flight home, they're not going to have that.
They're gonna escort you out.
Fridays, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So Tina's prepared over the past 6 or 7 hours. She's been preparing this top 5. We'll see what this looks like. Do we have a top 5 button? I think we do.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
It's Tina Top 5 Tuesday. Let's hear it. Are you going 5 through 1 or 1 through 5?
I go 5 through 1.
All right. 5 through 1.
Do you listen?
What's number 5? Do we have the number?
I don't need the number. It's okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Number 5.
Let's go.
Netflix is bringing Willy Wonka back. Instead of a scripted series, it's a reality competition called Wonka's The Golden Ticket. Contestants who receive golden tickets will enter a massive chocolate factory and compete in puzzles, games, and social challenges inspired by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for a mystery grand prize. The show will use an AI recreation of Gene Wilder's voice, and one of the original 1971 Oompa Loompas even makes an appearance. This will premiere on Netflix on September 23rd. This is fun.
How old are the contestants?
They're all age ranges. It
Show-
didn't give me many details of that. Like, this just came out last week that this is happening.
It's a game show.
It's a game show, a competition.
Do they live there?
You know,
That's totally a fair question.
I know, and I tried to get more details, and it
do they
didn't.
live at the
give
chocolate
me,
factory?
They didn't give me those details. I would assume so. It
Can
said it's
we-
like a Survivor kind of.
Real quick, before Colin continues, Tina, can we assume that the narrative you just gave us is everything you know?
Yes.
Okay, so stop asking questions.
Yes. Yeah. I tried to get more info of, like, again, who are the contestants? I tried to get that, and I didn't get anything else.
All right, so
This
we
is
don't
all
know
that's
where
out
this
right
is
now.
taking. We don't know where this is taking
Nope,
place.
No.
But you did say are they themed based off of the factory, or are they just happening in the factory?
They're inspired by the Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie, but it's in this factory.
So you
they've
gotta
created
assume,
this chocolate
you got to
factory.
assume the stages are the different rooms that they go in.
For
right?
challenges and for games.
That's, that has to be how this works.
But is it like, do they have bunks and like you get voted out?
Yeah, there's losers.
Do you fall in the chocolate river and then see ya, sayonara?
Probably.
You're saying, is it a reality show that they live in and
Like
breathe in?
how do you win?
It's a
How do you
reality
win?
competition.
Yeah, how do you win? You got to get sent home, right? How do you win?
Yes, it's a reality competition.
Right. So I'm curious on, like, all right, they live there, I assume.
Well, either that or. So Tina didn't. I'm not going to ask because Tina didn't say, but we don't know how long each episode is. We don't know how long the series is. So they could have all just filmed it in a day, and it's just like each show is 20 minutes.
All right, I got something else for you. 12 people receive the golden tickets, and everyone gets to bring one partner.
Do you have to buy a chocolate bar to get the golden tickets?
It didn't say.
I'm trying to help you out, Tina. I'm
I
sorry.
know,
I'm trying.
That's another one we should have the answer to. Go ahead.
Chat didn't give me that.
All right, go
I
ahead.
looked up more details.
Very cool concept.
Thank you. I felt like Cade would like that.
I don't like the Gene Wilder AI voice. I don't like that. I think
No?
that's a little sacrilegious.
If they
to the,
do
to
it
the
well,
performance. I don't like
yes.
it. I don't
But
like
if you like see his face at the same time, that's when it's
Ooh,
going to
no.
get weird.
No.
If it's just his voice and it's like this.
Go get Chalamet.
No. As a narrator voice who's kind of going to control the competition, I would rather want the other guy.
4th of July.
Number 4.
This past weekend. So we have to bring up Joey Chestnut, and that he's still the king of competitive eating. He won his 18th Nathan's hot dog eating contest, eating 66 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's not his best, but he did say the heat had an effect on him. He beat second place by 15 hot dogs. It's his 18th title in the last 20 contests. ESPN also introduced a hat cam during the contest, which was a little interesting and possibly disgusting. But I had to bring up the Nathan's hot dog eating contest for 4th of
POV
July.
cam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that event is nasty. You know? Am I wrong? It's nasty.
It's a disgusting event, but you're also watching one of the greatest athletes of all
Right,
time.
yeah. Like Joey Chestnut. Like,
I thought he retired.
It's incredible. No, man. That dude never retiring.
He's never retiring.
Well, so he had that little stint where he went with a different hot dog company.
was
And
like
so
vegan
Nathan-
or something?
Yeah, like Nathan's hot dogs kicked him out of their competition, and then that other competition that he was trying to do went nowhere, so he came back. I think it was like right after COVID. It was like 2021 or something like that. So that's no more such a thing.
I'm looking at the women's 2026 leaderboard. Fourth place had 17 hot dogs. And Joey had 66.
Yeah.
I should say this. Fifth place in the men's had 42. He had 24 more.
Yeah.
He beat second place by 15.
That competition, it was 90s. Real fuel was above 100.
Yeah.
So you're like sweating.
Yep.
I don't know. 8.6 dogs per minute in the first half.
That's wild.
You know what I do think is funny? They had the lemonade chug after. You know that?
Yes.
Yes.
And they got Badlands Chug who's there. Oh,
Yes.
That is a blast.
He's hilarious.
That is a blast because they're just you can't spill, and some guys are spilling all over the place. Oh, it's great. That is a little bit more enjoyable of a watch to me. Better than the hot dogs. Go ahead.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Before Mexico's World Cup match against England on Sunday, Mexican fans gathered outside England's team hotel in the middle of the night with fireworks, horns, drums, mariachi music, and loudspeakers, all in an attempt to keep the English players awake. I think this is so fun. This is so petty. I love it. And they did for Senegal.
Well, they did not Senegal. Mexico did it all throughout the World Cup.
Yes.
Whoever was playing for the Ecuador played there in the first knockout stage game, and they did the Ecuador.
That was Ecuador.
Yeah. It's a shame it didn't work. See, now England, I think what they did is they booked 4 or 5 hotels.
15 hotels.
15?
15 hotels.
They booked 15 hotels to try to dodge the fans. But all you got to do is follow the bus. So you just wasted all that money. You just got to follow the bus from wherever you are.
I love it.
Yeah.
I thought that was so petty.
I mean,
I'm
they
all
like
for it.
fireworks. They had like Roman candles. They were
Yes.
firing at the windows. I'm sure they've figured it out. I'm sure they brought soundproofing, and I'm sure they had it's evident that it didn't work, but I'm sure they planned for it accordingly.
When I was reading, it sounded like no, it works. Like the players heard all the commotion going on.
Interesting.
And even without a lack of sleep, they still put off the win.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm a fan of anything too much that I would do that. You know? I don't think I'm a fan of anything to the point of I'm going to stay open all night and light fireworks in an attempt to get them off their game. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do this for like a Wisconsin game?
No. More often than not, I'm rooting for Wisconsin to lose.
That was a bad choice on your part.
I just
That was a bad
feel like
choice on your part.
Roots Wisconsin. It's like I feel like
I want everybody
involved.
I want everybody involved in the athletic department to be fired.
All right.
And it includes both coaches of football and basketball.
Okay, is there any team that you?
Well, the Jags had a playoff game, and the Bills were in town. I'm not going to hang out in Jacksonville.
I look at you as like a half Jags fan, though. Like I don't look at you as like a full, like committed Jags fan.
What? What?
I don't know. Like that, you don't like scream massive Jags fan.
What do you mean?
I just I wouldn't think of them for you to do that for them. That's why I thought Wisconsin, because you wear Wisconsin polos all the time and you talk about them all the time and you go and visit Wisconsin all the time. You went to college there. So that's where I would think that you would do this for Wisconsin.
All right. I am a big Jags fan. I can't believe I'm defending my fandom. Big Jags fan. I watch every game, but would I get up?
You watch every game of everything.
I watch every game of the Jags specifically, but yes. UConn basketball too.
Okay, that's a good one.
I would
UConn.
never get up before the game to bang drums because I want to be rested for the game just as much as the players.
Oh
do.
my gosh, you're ridiculous.
Because you got to be ready for it. You know what I mean? You got to be ready. You can't be tired during the game. You drive myself crazy.
I mean, I could not hate this anymore. I actually completely disagree with you. Yeah, no, I hate when, especially fans, try to impede themselves onto the playing field, or in this case, off the playing field, and they're trying to be dirty. They're trying to be malicious. No, it's completely immoral. It's completely wrong.
Moral is a certain word. How is it any different than the fans trying to be a nuisance in the arena, sitting in their seats?
Yeah, because it's on the field. They're in their place. That is how the game works. This is literally like, imagine. I don't think there's any difference from them being in the hotel and banging on their doors. That's wrong for even just a normal person. Like, forget that it's sports. That is wrong in any case. Therefore, it's wrong in sports.
See, I don't think it's malicious. Like, I think fans are worse when they're in the stands and they're confined to that one seat and they got the guy behind them yelling at them, and that's when things might get a little more physical. Like, this just seems fun. And, like, you're doing it as a group, and yes, like you're trying, you don't want them to...
No, he's talking about in favor of the player. Yeah, it's fun if, like, me and the other Mexican
sleep
fans...
is a vital part of athletics. Like, literally,
yeah, but it is a road game. They're trying to make a road game feel like a road game. Keep that in mind.
So it's a road game at the game, not off the game. If I took the water from every player that night, would you call that malicious?
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
Principle, what you're talking about makes sense. But I do think the word malicious is a little strong here.
When we start our fantasy league, I'll come by everyone's house and start banging on your doors, and you see how you feel.
Why? I mean, you want to bang? I'm not playing. So you got the wrong ways.
I'm just saying, like, no one would want this on themselves. Therefore, let's not do it to other people. I don't care what the situation is.
Yeah, listen. In principle, you could. I think this is stupid, but I could admire it. I could admire the effort it takes to do something like that. I would never do that. I would never do that. I've never once, like, for example, like, if I'm going to a big game, I'm not, like, waiting at the hotel for the players to get on the bus so I can heckle the players. You know what I mean?
This is different, though. This is the World Cup.
Well, I know.
This doesn't happen every year.
I know.
Like, this is an insane event,
Like, Tina,
a massive event.
If the United States is playing down the street, I'm not waiting for the Belgium hotel team bus to come get him so I could go yell at the Belgium guys for 18 seconds. I'm not doing that.
2 years ago, before your marathon, if I was banging on your door at night before your marathon that you had to wake up for the next morning, would you like that?
That's a good point.
That's a good example, Kate. Probably not.
Okay, well, but Kate and I are having a
But I'm
blast
not banging
outside
on
the
the
door.
door.
Kate
You're
and I-
outside my
Kate and I are
house.
having a great time. It's fun. What about that? If Kate and I are having a good time, we're banging drums, we're lighting fireworks.
Kate, I thought this was fun. Come on.
Number 2.
My 1 and 2 on my top 5 list are more of a not top 5. The Marlins pulled Yuri Perez after 7 perfect innings and just 92 pitches, leaving him only 6 outs away from the first perfect game in franchise history. The bullpen then gave up a walk, a hit, and nearly blew an 8-0 lead before the Marlins held on to win 9-8. I just don't understand why they would do this. Why would they pull him?
Because they're so cute with analytics.
Oh, it's not cute.
Numbers, want to stay ahead. And he was on his 3rd game back from IL, so in the injury list. And he's an injury-prone player coming back from a major injury. So they're sitting there thinking, we got to protect him, we got to protect him, we got to protect him. And the thing is, the baseball gods got involved because the second they subbed him out and the second they brought in a guy out of the pen, they gave up an immediate walk, so the perfect game was gone.
Yep.
They gave him an immediate hit. The play after that, so the no-hitter was gone. And then they gave him a run, the bat after that, so the shutout was gone. The 3 subsequent at-bats. And that's the baseball gods telling you that
Marlins, you're silly.
You're doing something stupid here.
Yeah.
You're overthinking what baseball's all about. And baseball, over an 162 game season, if there's 30 some odd teams throughout the history, 20 teams, 10 teams, whenever it goes back to their history, they all play 162 games, and that's been the constant. That is millions, I don't even know the number, hundreds of thousands of games being played. Tell me there's only 24 perfect ones? Only 24. And you have a chance to go for 25. Just historically, you're doing a disservice to the game. Imagine being a baseball fan at the game.
Yeah.
There's points, and I'm sure that all the A's fans in Sacramento are fake, but if you're a Sacramento and you're at the A's, the second you get to 7 perfect, you're rooting for the perfect game. You are. Whether you're an A's fan or not, you want to see that. And
Yeah, I was there.
If I'm an A's fan, and that's, if you want to call me a fake fan, fine. It's July 5th. If I have a chance to see a perfect game, I'm rooting for it. I don't care who's pitching.
Yeah.
I don't care who's pitching.
Number 1.
Number 1, the talk of the weekend, the talk over the past few weeks. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially married.
Here we go.
She had too big of a grin on her face
Yeah,
for you to know that wasn't coming.
Getting married with
Wait, stop!
Dave DeBusschere's jersey. Like Walt Frazier up there.
Okay, wait,
like,
I don't even need to continue then. Like, I thought this was so tacky. I hated it being in Madison Square Garden. I was hoping that the rumors were true, that this was a distraction, that they were actually going to be somewhere else. I hate that they had it at MSG. And it's very confusing of like, why were certain people invited and why weren't other people invited? Like, why did Adam Sandler officiate your wedding? I don't understand. There's all these questions. None of it makes sense. And I just hate that it was at Madison Square Garden.
Especially because the contrast to the engagement, which I believe was outside of Travis's house in the backyard. Remember there was like a
private,
beautiful
in
garden?
like a garden, yeah.
Yeah. So like that is like a stark contrast to a wedding inside of Madison Square Garden. I'm with you, Tina.
I heard it was about the privacy and whatnot, but I felt like we could have found
What was about the
somewhere
privacy?
The wedding, like the fact that it was like that
They did
Madison Square Garden,
so there's nobody there?
No, so that it could be more private and there's like they can get into the into the event. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't understand.
Wow. It's on 33rd and 8th. I mean, you're not necessarily, it's not private.
They had those massive curtains blocking the venue. They had all like streets around it blocked off.
Go do it in the field and hire a security team to set a mile radius, and then you're good to go. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's stupid. I agree.
Yeah. I thought you agree with that one.
If I was invited to this wedding, I would not go out of principle.
Why?
Because I don't, it's a circus. That's the right way for it. That is a circus.
It sounds like Travis and Taylor didn't have a say.
Who had a say?
Do you think one of
Who
them
told
actually
them to do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like someone in their team said,
I'm
"Hey,
asking
listen."
you, who told you that? I don't know. Like,
Me?
where are you getting that idea that they didn't have a say in it?
I'm looking at how Travis did his his proposal, and I'm thinking, and both of them loved it because they were on the podcast together, and like this doesn't seem like anything he would want or she would want in a wedding.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they're trying to manufacture some royal couple type of thing. But they're trying to be like the couple in the world.
Do you think they'll have like a different one? Because a lot of couples do have like, I'm going to a wedding like in 2 weeks where the couple had their official wedding, but now they're having a different celebration with friends.
There was rumors that it was said that they've already been married and they've already had something, and that this was again like the
PR
party.
Stunt. It's a PR stunt.
Also read that there could be, it's more of like MSG was good from like a documentary perspective and like filming and whatnot. That was a good.
She's going to release like a special.
Oh yeah.
And then
we're all gonna go watch it in the movies.
No. Don't we this?
Okay. People.
Tina will go watch this in theaters. I will stay far, far, far away.
I would just go because I want to see what
You'll
it
see
looks
that
like.
opening night. You'll get up in the middle of the night.
I'm not a Swiftie. I'm a Swift. Not a Swiftie. I wouldn't stay up or go to the premiere to go watch it. I would love to see though what it looks like. Like I want to see her, and maybe this is like the marketing event side, like how she transformed MSG. Where did the 1,000+ which again are they sitting in like the seats? Like how are 1,000 people like in the venue? I have no idea.
Do they serve dinner?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
So
everyone signed like NDAs, and I don't know. We don't know anything. Everyone's just guessing stuff.
I would never go to this. It's a waste of time. It's a little. It's look at me. It's look at me. I saw some random.
I do think that.
I saw Dean Blandino, the Fox Rules analyst for Fox NFL broadcasts, was there.
Like some people just didn't make sense.
What is Dean Blandino? Fox doesn't even have the AFC games. What is Dean Blandino doing at Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's wedding?
That's what's confusing, is why some people were invited and why some weren't. I don't get it.
Who wasn't invited?
I don't know exactly everyone who was even invited. But you're saying like that guy you just mentioned. Like, why was he invited? That's like our question. Like, why were they invited? I heard Michelle Smallman ask yesterday, like, why was Reese Witherspoon invited?
Reese Witherspoon. I mean, I don't know.
Why?
Why is
reason?
Reese Witherspoon? I thought Dean Blandino was the...
She mentioned her.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of people. Like, why? How did they make the list and others did not?
Tina doesn't know how this event came about, but you know what she does know about? It's St. Lucie Battery and Tires.
Yes, I don't know a lot about my car, but they know a lot about cars, and you trust the experts because I had some AC issues for the past few weeks. It's getting way too hot here in South Florida to not have cold air, and I took Sally the Sonata over to St. Lucie Battery and Tire to get it all fixed, and we are good to go on the road. My check engine light even came on while that was all going on. They fixed everything that I had wrong with Sally, and now we are good to go. Whether it's tires, battery, or maintenance, take your vehicles to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Go to slbatterytire.com to find the closest location to you and see the services that they provide.
We'll do a little Culligan water cooler talk on the other side of things. It's Christina Costanza, Kate Chumson, Colin Russo. It is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Are you a business owner or handle your company's marketing? Banyan Printing and Signs partners with over 1,000 local businesses in Palm Beach County. Their full-service solution saves you time and money by eliminating multiple vendors. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they do it all. Fast turnaround, free local delivery, and superior customer service are what sets Banyan apart. Could a market leader with 48 years improve your current model? Visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor, made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
This soccer season, bring home a win that lasts beyond the final whistle. If hard water is spotting dishes, dulling laundry, and drying out your skin, that's a foul. Culligan has helped families since 1936 with free water testing and reverse osmosis systems that filter contaminants at the source. While the tournament ends soon, Culligan keeps savings going. Enjoy 12 months with no payments and no interest. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Serving South Florida, Vero Beach to Miami Beach.
Hey, Culligan man!
The countdown to the biggest celebration in our nation's history is on. From events to festivals to hometown parades, July 4th, 2026 is going to be the biggest celebration our country has ever seen. Are you ready? Visit teamipcorporate.com to order your custom USA 250 merch and make sure your teams, events, and communities are ready for July 4th, 2026. Team IP. Celebrate big, celebrate bold.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing. American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Summer of fun. Minor league baseball action at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come out for soccer night on Saturday, July 18th, and the first 500 fans will receive a free Frozen Iguanas soccer jersey presented by Mega Commercial. And be sure to get into the early holiday spirit with Christmas in July on Saturday, July 25th. Both games are special Frozen Iguanas games, so stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to get your tickets today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know, the United States men's national team is not going to be winning any trophies or any championships anytime soon, but you know who does win championships pretty much a couple times a year, regularly? The Kaiser University Athletics Program.
They have so many championships over there, but it's the summertime. And if you're looking for a great way to keep your young athlete active this summer, check out Kaiser University's women's soccer camps hosted by the nationally ranked Seahawks coaching staff and players. These camps are open to the public and designed for soccer players of all skill levels looking to improve their game, build some confidence, and just have some fun. Camp sessions are available. It's the last week, July 20th. July 20th is your last chance to do this soccer camp. Register today at kuseahawks.com/camps.
Kaiser University Seahawks. We had Chris Swager this morning, who is the Kaiser University Athletic Director, texting Mike Rizzo and I, talking about what a failure the United States men's national team was. I was like, geez.
Oh, was Rizzo just like going off on him?
Yeah, he told Chris Swager, we'll see you in 4 years.
Oh, okay. Good thing.
Well, Chris Swager openly was somebody who doesn't watch the United States men's national team in the in-betweeners. But he's allowed to criticize. He's allowed to criticize. Speaking of the United States men's national team, I heard some things today around the office that I think I need to address. Let's do a little Culligan water cooler talk.
Does Jim in accounting watch one game a year and think he can be an NBA GM?
You don't trade a guy like Dame unless you actually know ball, which I do.
Is Mark in the mailroom talking your ear off about what's wrong with football today?
Give me that budget and I'll have this roster fixed by Friday. Guaranteed.
Does Ted in sales go on and on about how he would manage the bullpen?
Complete games used to mean something. I don't know what this is anymore.
Time to shoot the casuals down. This is Water Cooler Talk, presented by Culligan. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Schedule that free water test at Culligan.com, the Culligan Water Cooler Talk. Mike Rizzo in content was parading around the office talking about what a great story this United States men's national team was and what a great success this World Cup was. I posed a question. Kate, I'll start with you. Was this World Cup a success?
Yes.
Close to a failure?
Yep. It was a success with the worst ending possible, if that can be a thing.
Bad finish, but we liked what we had, but for the most part.
Yes.
Was this a successful World Cup for you, Tina?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Why is that?
Well, yesterday was a disaster.
Did you watch yesterday?
Bits and pieces.
Okay.
And then the whole red card thing, president calling in, like, not a good look. So
Bad last 2 days to the United States men's national team.
Yeah, the last two weren't that great.
I
haven't paid attention in the years prior, so I don't know if this is.
I lean on the side that this is a loose success, but a bad finish, as Kate said. Remember, you only remember what the ending looked like. You're going to be looking back. You're not going to bring up the Turkey game.
Turkey.
So the reason Turkey is called Turkey, the reason Turkey wants their name to be Turkey is Turkey went to like the European Union and they said, we want our name to be pronounced in the Turkish pronunciation, which is Turkey, which is weird because they agreed to that. Yet we call Côte d'Ivoire Ivory Coast. We don't call Germany Deutschland. We don't call Spain España. Heck, the other countries call us Estados Unidos. So I thought that was interesting, right? You following?
Yep.
So that was my complaint. I was like, all right, well, why are we... There's an English pronunciation, a Turkish pronunciation. But if that's what they want, that's what they want. There's a little...
Yeah.
You can feel free to take that. That's why they did that.
I have another thing. The guitar and cutter.
Yeah.
Is this
That's
new?
what do you mean? Is the country new?
No, that's not I know that the country.
When did it start being called cutter?
Yeah.
I always thought it was Qatar until that World Cup, and then it was the cutter. So I think that's just how you pronounce it.
We've just been saying it wrong.
Yeah, I think it is cutter. Yeah. But again, like, Turkey is the Turkish pronunciation. So, like, we don't force everybody to say United States. That's just the English pronunciation. They say Estados Unidos, whatever it is per language. Like, Ivory Coast is Côte d'Ivoire. When's the last time you said Côte d'Ivoire?
I say Côte d'Ivoire. I don't
Côte d'Ivoire. Whatever
yeah,
it is.
Sure.
I say Côte d'Ivoire. I don't know. I don't know the French pronunciation. But that's
exactly. This is why.
So that's it. So I thought that was interesting why that is the big argument for it. Because, I don't know. Wow. So I thought it was interesting. But nonetheless, Mike Rizzo's parading around talking about how what a year, what an amazing group. Let's calm down on that. Can we calm down for a second? They did a good job. That's it. It was a 7 out of 10 performance. It was a B. Got the paper out, you got a B. Get a B. Win the next game, you get an A. Beat Belgium, you show up a little tougher against Belgium, A-. But the way they lost, listen, I thought the Trump intervening, I thought getting the red card suspension lifted was the right move. They got the call right. But in hindsight, now that it's 2020, you can see that ruling motivated Belgium far more than it motivated the United States. Belgium was pissed off that the United States got favoritism treatment. And the United States, instead of embracing this bad guy persona that they now had amongst the global rest of the population within FIFA, instead of embracing that, they sort of wanted that little ragtag fun crew. We're having fun with this. Everybody likes us. We're an endearing story. They didn't have that anymore. It didn't seem like they were comfortable with the new led expectations that, like, oh, Balogun's playing, you better win. And clearly they could not step up to the plate. And that was over before it even began. It is probably a success. I don't want to speak in hyperbole. But when you lose the way you did, and you have the bad PR the way you did, and now people today are questioning the logistics of youth sports and how expensive it is, and that's why the United States is not good at soccer. This is what you get. You get a B. You get a B.
You beat up on the teams you're supposed to. You fail against the teams that you have to step up to.
James Franklin, Penn State.
Yep.
That is the U.S. men's national team of 2026. James Franklin at Penn State. That was your Culligan water cooler talk. Christina Costanza, Colin Rizzo, Kate Chums, and we will close out the program. Next, it is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Listen live for all of your Inter Miami coverage, including play-by-play, weekly shows, and all the latest on the Herons. If it's Inter Miami, it's on ESPN 1063. Listen on the ESPN South Florida app or stream it on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with Inter Miami anytime, anywhere. Presented by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE today.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Tom Brady tweets, yeah, so that might top 28-3. Right after Argentina came back from down 2 to take down Egypt in the span of about 14 minutes in the World Cup round of 16. It was in Mercedes-Benz Superdome, which is where the Atlanta Falcons play. One thing I would say was, Tom. Belgium came back against Senegal. They scored 2 in 90 seconds in the 85th minute, and they won an extra time. Is that not as good of a comeback? So, let's calm down, Tom. All right? Let's not give Argentina too much credit. They were getting thrashed for about 68, 69, 70 minutes. So I'm at a position where I'm allowed to shut Brady down. It's the Argentina. People like Argentina too much. Can I get that out of the way? Yeah, like Argentina way too much. I mean, geez. We had a whole office here rooting for Argentina. I understand Leo Messi's down the street. Don't you guys want to see a Titan fall? Don't you want to see Egypt? You want to see the Battle of North Africa in the World Cup final, Morocco versus Egypt? You don't want to see that?
Semi. I don't want to see Messi lose. I'll take Mbappe losing to Morocco for sure.
You want to see Mbappe lose, but you want to see Messi win.
Correct.
You root for Argentina as well, Tina?
I like where you're coming from like an underdog standpoint. I like that.
If you are favored, or if you are the underdog, I'm rooting for you. Unless it's the United States, Colin will be a fan of you the rest of the way. If you're an underdog.
So who? Okay, that.
All
begs
my
the
underdogs
question.
are out. Ghana's out. Cote d'Ivoire is out. Who else?
Curacao?
Well, they didn't make it out. But yeah. They're out. Congo's out, and they should have had England.
You got Switzerland tonight?
Yeah, I got Switzerland tonight. Colombia, they're going to knock them out. We got Morocco still in it, and I like Morocco.
Norway?
Norway's a huge underdog. The thing is, I didn't like how they handled the France game in the group stage, but I do like Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
And Erling Haaland's the only famous person in the history of Norway because I'm telling you, every bus bench, every store, every bus, taxi, car, wallpaper is Erling Haaland in the entire country.
He would have been an honorable mention in top 5 just from a whole World Cup thing. He's hilarious.
What's your read on him?
I love him. He's funny. He's relatable.
He's relatable?
He made this, I read this morning, this article that he said about like being a great athlete is also like having fun, where like from being a good athlete, you have to make sacrifices and stuff, but you can only do that and enjoy it and continue to do it if you're like also having fun. And so I like this article that I read that he talked about in this morning. But no, he's funny. Like, do you see him like discovering Snapchat and like the filters and like him commenting on people's things? Like he's having a good time.
He went to Six Flags in Texas 2 weeks ago, last week, on one of their off days. And he just posted a selfie at Six Flags. And he goes, Six Flags with like a thumbs up. That's great. He's the man. Yeah, he's the one to root for the rest of the way. You got to hope they knock off England. That's going to be actually in Miami this weekend. So Erling Haaland and hopefully the Norwegians, when they do the woo, hopefully that carries its way to the Hard Rock Stadium because I'm a little over England. I can't root for England. It's another team I can't stand.
Why?
Everybody likes England. Everybody likes England. I don't understand why. They're a international historical rival of the United States. How can you sit there and root for them? Comparatively to underdogs such as Norway, I thought Ghana was a great underdog, and they had that Ghanan witch doctor who said Cape Verde was going to take down Argentina. You got to give the witch doctor a little credit because they had him on the ropes, and everybody doubted the witch doctor. He had something there. But Cape Verde is another good underdog that they're out, unfortunately. Egypt was now an underdog. They're out. I'm disappointed. It's got to be the story of the underdogs. The United States. The United States was a perennial underdog throughout its history. 1776, big-time underdog, right? Everybody thought the Axis powers were too much. In come the United States. Historically, now we're a superpower. Now we're a big brother. But throughout its history, United States, a lot of underdog stories. 1980, Miracle on Ice, big underdog story. There's something to it. I like rooting for the little guy because
Nothing
I feel
wrong
like
with
I feel like nobody supports them. Do you know one person who rooted for Ghana in this office? Nobody. Not a single person respected Ghana. I go, guys, can we give them a chance? Congo hadn't played in a game in 56 years. What are we doing? Why are we rooting for Argentina to get to the semifinal for the 11th straight time? Can we root for Ghana and the Congo to make a run? Cote d'Ivoire. Am I wrong here? Cote d'Ivoire. I like that. I think I'm going to steal that. Cote d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast. Never a factor in the World Cup. What, do I want to see France again? No. I want to see France. You know, only 8 countries have ever won the World Cup. 6 in the last 66 years. Yeah, I'm going to root for the underdog. Because I want to see Egypt, Morocco for a chance at a World Cup final. I want to see France or team will be fun. I'd get into it. But if I could see an underdog, that's real magic. That's real magic. Kate Chumson, Colin Russo, and Christina Costanza for the Tina Happy Hour. Today wasn't so bad. Tina was all nervous that her top 5 was going to be criticized heavily.
Yeah.
By me. Yeah, by me. I would say 3 of the 5 of them were adequate. 3 to 5 of them, I would say.
Thanks, Colin. That means a lot.
Not bad.
By the way, you just got a C- from Colin.
I know. Yeah.
C+ passing. You don't need to retake the class. Don't need to retake the class. That is Christina Costanza for the Tina Happy Hour. That is Kate Chumson. Appreciate him keeping us over the airwaves today. Theo Dorsey on paternity leave. Has anybody met the baby yet?
No.
No.
We haven't gotten a picture.
What? I don't know, man. I don't know what to I don't know what to tell you.
Tina, I really should just mute his mic after that one. Holy smokes.
Well, you're not supposed to meet a newborn?
After 4 freaking days?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Jeez. We didn't make the list.
We haven't even got a picture. We haven't even got a picture.
Yeah, also fair.
I guess we're not supposed
This baby was also...
I'll see the baby for its 5th birthday,
this
right?
baby, yeah, okay.
Kate Chumson.
How about that way?
Kate Chumson, Colin Russo, Christina Costanza. Russo and Rizzo coming up next on ESPN 106.3.
Summer of fun. Minor league baseball action at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come out for soccer night on Saturday, July 18th, and the first 500 fans will receive a free Frozen Iguana soccer jersey presented by Mega Commercial. And be sure to get into the early holiday spirit with Christmas in July on Saturday, July 25th. Both games are special Frozen Iguanas games, so stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to get your tickets today.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia. Have you ever wished buying a car could actually feel easy? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, it does, especially during the summer sticker sales event. Just call Lonnie Mister, tell him what you're looking for, and before you arrive, he'll have a vehicle ready out front, washed, gassed up, and waiting for you. He'll even text you photos so you know exactly what to expect. No games, no pressure, no hidden fees. Just real people helping real people. With hundreds of new Kias arriving, including the Telluride, K4, K5, Sportage, and all-electric EV9, there's never been a better time to find the perfect ride. Not sure which Kia is right for you? Take advantage of Greenway Kia's exclusive 24-hour test drive. Take it home, drive it, and make sure it's the one. Plus, this week only, the Greenway Kia Credit Clinic is back. Let their team work hard to help get you approved. Call 561-433-1511 and ask for Lonnie Mister. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where buying a car feels personal.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
You put a lot into your business. Your signage should reflect that. At Signorama West Palm, family owned and operated for over 32 years, we've been helping businesses stand out and stay top of mind. We don't just design signs. We handle the whole process, including professional installation and service. From ADA signs to reception signs and full storefronts, we turn everyday spaces into branding that gets attention. We can handle it all. Call us today at 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
This soccer season, bring home a win that lasts beyond the final whistle. If hard water is spotting dishes, dulling laundry, and drying out your skin, that's a foul. Culligan has helped families since 1936 with free water testing and reverse osmosis systems that filter contaminants at the source. While the tournament ends soon, Culligan keeps savings going. Enjoy 12 months with no payments and no interest. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Serving South Florida, Vero Beach to Miami Beach.
Hey, Culligan man! Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
When barbecue is done right, you don't just taste it, you crave it. Head to Pig Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach and dig into slow-smoked brisket, pulled pork, fall-off-the-bone ribs, award-winning burgers, and scratch-made sides that'll have you coming back for more. Whether it's lunch, dinner, game day, or happy hour, Pig Beach delivers big flavors and a laid-back South Florida vibe. Make your next stop Pig Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach, 2400 South Dixie Highway. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Ball into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Collins!
Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. It is July the 7th, a Tuesday edition, 2026. We are, about 20 hours removed from the United States losing in their round of 16 against Belgium. They had a 4-1 defeat, probably a little worse than what it actually was. But the United States is officially eliminated after all of that hoopla about getting Flo Balogun eligible to play with the President of the United States, making a call into Infantino, the President of the FIFA. And this whole charade goes on and on. The United States are officially eliminated. Belgium will go on to play Spain. That will be this weekend. The round of 16 is closing today. You have Switzerland, which is getting started here around now, actually. So we'll get that thrown on. And you had Argentina take on Egypt. And Argentina, you'd think people would mourn the loss of the United States. No. Everybody jumped right on the Argentina bandwagon pretty quickly, including the guy across from me. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Elias Bustamante, who was holding up the Leo Messi fathead on the YouTube stream.
Hang on,
ESPN
Colin,
South Florida.
this isn't Mike Rizzo. This is Lionel Messi. And
I want to know why you're rooting so hard for the African nations and not for me. We on the Inter Miami radio network, we are home of Inter Miami games, and everyone could hear me play football
Well, if I'm talking
every
to Leo,
single game.
Leo, let me ask you this. If Egypt ended up winning, would you have retired on the field?
Absolutely not. I want to honor my contract with Inter Miami so we can continue to have fun in South Florida. I live in South Florida, and this is where I'm raising my family.
Leo, you're talking to Erling Haaland and the other top stars in the history or all throughout the world of world soccer. Promote the MLS to them. Get more guys over. What are you going to say to them?
I would say to them that the United States is the place to be. The MLS is a growing league. We already have myself, Robert Lewandowski, Antoine Griezmann, Heung-min Son. It's a competitive league. It's the best league on this side of the hemisphere. And we certainly are looking forward to growing the game in America. And I think the United States fought hard in the World Cup. I think there's a lot of good
Leo,
from the
stop
United.
lying.
All right, Mike Rizzo here, folks. This is Mike Rizzo.
Leo, stop lying.
It's been, Colin, I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough
20 hours.
It's been a rough 20 so hours, obviously, with the United States, and really just the horrific scenes we saw against Belgium last night. Cristiano Ronaldo, I love Ronaldo, fizzling out as well.
This is almost the worst day in the history of your soccer fandom.
Seriously,
if you went 3 for 3,
dude. If Lionel Messi would have got knocked out today, I obviously like where I was at. I would have been like, Brian, I gotta go home. Like I gotta mourn. But Brian, our boss, by the way. But I'm happy Messi and Argentina were able to see that through. Horrific call on the third goal. I mean, listen, let's be honest. 100 yards away from the goal. That's not what VAR is supposed to be used for.
Right.
But
you're rewriting history.
I trump you with Messi missing a pen, which, I know that's the second time it's happened.
Too. It was a save.
It was. It's the second time it's happened. But keep in mind, Messi, in my opinion, uncharacteristically missed a penalty kick. So we could play the what-if game, but no one asked Egypt to just be diced Swiss cheese either for the final 10 minutes. Colin, they scored 3 goals in 11 minutes. No one asked them to do that. And I know momentum is a lot in football, but once again, to bring it back all full circle, I'm happy Messi and Argentina were able to pull it out. Now, Colin.
It's not even the most crazy game that Argentina's played in this World Cup.
Cape Verde, in my opinion. Now, Kyle, they were down 2-0. They were never down against Cape Verde. It was either tied or whatever. But, partner, I know you talked a lot about it. I agreed with a lot what you said about the United States men's national team. But, folks, I have a different perspective, and you got to keep this in mind. Like, you want to know who I feel bad for and why I'm super frustrated today? The casual fan is gone, and they're gone for 4 years. We needed to win that game yesterday. You needed to beat Belgium, a true UEFA side. I personally think the win against Bosnia was a great one. You were down to 10 men. You rallied together. In my opinion, it's what being Americans are about, rallying together and working together. And I thought you saw that against Bosnia. And I think people sleep on that Bosnia game. That was a massive game for this team. But the sad part is the casual fan is officially gone with the United States because we're out of the tournament. And the way we have,
they're turned off by the quality of loss.
I've had a lot of conversations, including with Elias Bustamante, our producer, the godfather of soccer, Julian Zalvidar. I'm going to talk to Damien during extra time tonight. We talked about a lot of things that we're going to break down here on Russo and Rizzo as well, but everyone is just going to remember this knockout game. And I understand that's the nature of the beast. You told me earlier.
That's how it goes.
You told me earlier, and you were completely right. You go, Mike, you can't say quarterfinal or bust, and then when they don't get there, start making excuses. I guess the only reason I'm making excuses today is because this is the first time in United States soccer history, in my opinion, where you have 11 players who are good enough to play around the world. Obviously, the goalkeeper and Tim Ream were a problem. We talked about that on this show. And it sucks that they were a direct reflection of why you lost to Belgium. Obviously, Matt Freese with the worst oopsie and howler you've seen in this tournament, maybe that I've ever seen at any World Cup. And then Tim Ream getting beat back stick on the header by De Ketelare and then not stop.
Falling asleep on that first goal. Oh.
And then the second one, Colin, I know it was on Freese, but you got to stop that ball. It's in front of him. I don't understand how he doesn't stop that ball. But, those were liabilities. And the United States were able to overcome those liabilities and look good. This is the most goals we've ever scored. You have young talent. Next World Cup, no one wants to hear it, but But next World Cup in 2030, the 3 young stars right now that'll be 30, 31, McKinney, Adams, and Pulisic, 30, 31, prime of their career. Tillman, Dest, Balogun, Robinson, they're all going to be under 20. This is a young group. That's the good. This is a young group. They put on for the games that they were supposed to put on for, the Australia game and the Paraguay game. By the way, Paraguay, a team who got a result against Germany and advanced.
And played tough against France.
And they were never serious about going forward, but you're right. It took a penalty goal to get knocked out by the mighty French. So you could hang your head high on that. Hang your head high on Australia. By the way, Egypt, how good they look today. Australia took them the penalty kicks. So, there is good. The issue is, the nature is, you are judged on the knockout round. And here we are again, the United States unable to get out of the round of 16. I know no one wants to hear it today. I know the casual fan doesn't want to hear it today. But from someone who's been following this team for 25 years, that is the best World Cup I've ever seen outside of 2002 when I was 8 years old. And you have a lot to look forward to in the future. And keep in mind, that game against Belgium, worst possible outcome ever, 3 out of the 4 goals all self-inflicted. The first goal, Colin, no one booted it away. Everyone's hard on Freeman for heading it in the box. There were 3 guys there. Boot the ball away.
Yep.
The second goal, all right, Tim Ream getting ragdolled.
Bullied.
Absolutely bullied. Your captain. It's your damn captain getting bullied like that. And if I can nitpick a little bit, Freeman, Stu Holden said on the broadcast, I completely agreed with them. Freeman has to help out Dest and stop that cross. You have help behind you.
I thoroughly agree. How did that cross get through?
Right.
1000%.
Freeman needed to step up and help Dest. And then do we really have to talk about Matt Freese today? Colin and Elias, I want your opinion on this too. I think that was the worst play I've ever seen in World Cup history. I've never seen that. Brother, why are you pump faking? You won the ball. Boot it away. And he's pump faking with the Ketelari right behind him.
I thought it was all weird, too, because there's only Ream who went back to cover his backside. You're out of the box, and he's not both of you guys, every single person should go and guard the goal. If they, I don't understand. They were ball watching. I completely agree. That was as lackluster of a play.
I was on my knees begging and asking, how the hell does that happen? People say we lost the game when we scored and we immediately went down 60. Dude, you lost the game there. Remember, dude, at the beginning of the second half, we were all over them. We were the better team. We were probing. We almost got in 2 different times. That happens, the game's over. You don't recover from something like that. And another elephant in the room, and I'm going to defend him because
don't do it.
No one's defending him today.
He doesn't deserve defense.
No one's defending him today. That's my guy. But Pulisic had the worst game of his career.
Pulisic
He had the worst. Pulisic had the worst game of his career, to the point, boys, I wanted him subbed off at half. I didn't even want him to come out at it. I texted all you guys. I said I'd look into Gino Reyna. I'd look into Sebastian Berhalter. Now, Pochettino made the right move by taking Dest off. Dest was abysmal. One of our better players, abysmal. It happens. He took Dest off. He should have took Pulisic off. He didn't. Pulisic, tries to kick the ball and gets
clean
the
play,
ground.
gets hurt.
Clean as it gets. Clean as it gets, but he gets hurt. And Colin, what happens? He stays in the game. And I could argue that goal, that oopsie that happened with Freeze and company, that happened because Pulisic
was being a distraction.
Correct. And you couldn't go his way. And I give him credit. He signaled to the bench, I got to get off the field. But Stu Holden, by the way, John
berating him. Stay down.
John Strong and Stu Holden, I love those guys on Fox. All right. Stu Holden, after the goal, said, you got to go down. And you do. You get subbed out of the game. You're able to get subbed out of the game, which is weird because Pulisic has played for Dortmund. He's played for Chelsea. He's arguably our most talented player ever. I think he should know that. But the take I have with Pulisic, you blame him. You blame him. You go after him. That's fine. I just want to remind everybody, back in 2018, when we missed the World Cup, he was the lone bright spot. And who took over the federation post that? Pulisic. Who showed up and showed out in all of the CONCACAF, and who put Mexico rightfully in their place as number 2 or 3 in CONCACAF? Pulisic in the United States. 2022, he was our best player. All right. Where this all started going south with Pulisic, in my opinion, was when he didn't show up for the Gold Cup for rest. And then after last night's game, what does he say? He says, unfortunate, basically in so many words, paraphrasing. Unfortunate, got hurt. I wanted to come out of the game. Now I get to rest. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that.
Have an understanding of being an
Colin,
American athlete. American athlete, you don't talk like that.
Nobody, and my uncles, old school guys, don't necessarily follow soccer. I'm talking about old school Buckeye and Brown fans, okay? So keep that in mind. They couldn't believe that. They got all over me. Mike, this is your GOAT. This is your king. And he's saying this. This is un-American. I actually feel really bad for Pulisic today. He deserves all of the criticism, but that's my guy, and I think he'll be back in 2030. And to pull everything back into full circle, to the casual fan out there, I hope you'll continue. I know you won't, but I hope you'll continue to, because we needed to win that game, but I hope you'll continue to follow the team because this team is actually going to have to qualify. Kyle, I'm going to be on Elias, come September, CONCACAF Nations League Gold Cup. That's qualification stuff. I'm going to be all over it. I hope you guys know that.
It will be hard not to qualify. Let's get that out of the way. It's going to be hard not to qualify.
Correct.
But they might expand again. Keep that in mind.
Kyle, the point I'm trying to make is the United States, I think qualification will do them well because they're going to have to play in tough environments, in tough games. We were sweat-free because we were a host nation. Mexico, Canada, sweat-free because of host nations. I think a qualification will help the United States.
And not in some desolate Middle Eastern country. You're playing in Spain, Morocco, Portugal.
I think it's going to help on the CONCACAF side. Gold Cup action and all that stuff. And once again, casuals, I know I lost you, but this was good. This was good. If we're comparing it to the 5 other World Cups, this was the best World Cup. We scored the most goals. You have an 11 that you could consistently play and that are going to be playing in top leagues around the world consistently. There is a lot of good. It's hard for me to back it up after that performance last night. And guys, I posted on my Instagram at Mike Rizzo 22 and my Twitter. It was the worst possible result possible last night. It looked like they folded. It looked like they quit towards the end once they went down 3-1.
Didn't even show up for the beginning.
Didn't show up for the beginning. I give them credit for making it 2-1 at half, but you had all the momentum coming out of the half. You were all over them. Matt Freeze happens. You were never winning the game. That's where they lost the game. They didn't lose the game. Once again, I know I'm repeating myself, but they didn't lose the game on the back stick 60 seconds after the first goal. You had a whole nother half. Pochettino made his adjustments. He made his adjustments, and we looked good in the second half. I can't predict Freeze and Ream not being able to clear a ball out. Can't predict that stuff. I feel bad for Pochettino. I feel bad for Poch.
Another thing, too, look around. World Cup. How Norway rallies around Holland. How Argentina today rallies around Messi. Every single Harry Kane, what he did against Congo, how that rallied England. Jude Bellingham's another example. Yep. How they rallied around him in that hostile environment. Go down the list of the great players that Lamine Yamal is 13 years old, and the team rallies around him. The United States, earlier against bad opponents, fine, you can argue. Last night, they were completely desolate of that.
They were.
They didn't have a single option, somebody that they could rally behind, somebody that's willing to take control of the team, and everybody looks to Pulisic because he is the one in the McDonald's commercials. He is the one promoting Verizon. He is the face of the team. He's the face of United States soccer.
He is.
And he was a joke.
He's no leader. Not a leader.
Speaking of that, we criticize his play to the cows come home. But in terms of being a leader, that was the thing I think I was most disappointed in.
And
he was completely a ghost story with getting these guys rallied together. There was none of that. And I think that's part of the reason why they lost. Well, there was nobody to rally behind.
And I also, you're right. You're right, Cal, but I also think it's a mixture of a lot of things. Remember, Pulisic wasn't practicing with the team for about a week and a half during this World Cup. That injury set him back tremendously. The reason I'm holding out faith for Pulisic, and as I call him, Pulley Goat, the reason I'm holding out faith, Colin, for 2030 and why I actually think he could be a leader, look at that Paraguay first half, man. He was the best player on the pitch. And that injury happened and he was never the same. And he never found his form. He came in against Turkey, looked good, but couldn't finish opportunities. The Bosnia game was a ghost in the first half and was a ghost until we went down to 10 men. And I think that's something he's not getting credit for is his performance when we went to 10 men.
All right.
He played great. He was defending.
He was
the
terrible
outlet,
in that first half.
But he was awful in the half. I could argue Pulisic had one good half. If I can, because it's what I do. I'm gonna make excuses for him because I love him. I think a lot of it had to do with the injury, not practicing with the team, but I don't have an excuse for you last night. It is
spiritual leadership is a real thing, and there's none of that with him.
He was never going to be the captain. It was always going to be Tim Ream. Ream, as I joke around, Ream came with the badge. The guy was born in a United States soccer jersey.
Right.
It was always going to be Tim Ream. But I'm hoping, Colin, 2030, when Pulisic is
better be on the couch. Go ahead.
That, but like when Pulisic is 31 years old, I hope he's wearing the captain armband. I hope he takes charge. I hope he's wearing the captain armband, and I hope he shows up to the tournaments.
Yeah.
Remember, young Pulisic would show up to everything. I can't, barring if he was injured, and that's the story of Pulisic. That's why my friends, my soccer group chat's done with Christian.
But it's
just
hard to
because
deny
of the
it. It's
injuries.
hard to deny it.
And it is, but for them, it's more so because of the injuries. My cousin Blake, proper football fan, proper lad. He goes, Mike, the guy gets injured going to the bathroom. I'm done with him. I'll listen to that. But I'm going to keep defending him because somber Mike Rizzo goes back to the 2018 days when he was the one. He was my guy who put the respect back there, got us back into Qatar, was the best player. It's there. I know it's there. I need him to get lucky with the injuries and not getting injured, but you're right. He needs to step up as a leader, and he needs to show us that he cares about playing for the badge. I thought that the United States put that stuff to bed. Remember, and Elias and I argued with this. I think the United States had the best World Cup out of any of the host nations. Elias argues Mexico. I
agree. It's Mexico. It is Mexico.
It's Mexico because of the knockout game. Mexico had the best knockout game. If we go totality and look at every single game, I think it's the United States.
Mexico.
Our first two games.
Yeah, but what are you going to argue? Like, Mexico didn't concede a goal. Like, they were great in their building.
They won all the games.
We played better. Their group was a joke.
So was the United States. I mean,
United States was your group, Mike.
Paraguay was better than anyone Mexico played in their group. And keep in mind, Mexico should have won that South Africa game 5-0. That was a horrible performance. If they played anybody worth of note, they probably lose that opening game.
It was the first game of the tournament, I understand.
But they probably lose that game if they play Paraguay or a Turkey. They probably lose that game. I will admit, the United States had the worst knockout game out of Canada and out of Mexico. But if I'm looking at it in totality, the United States was the best host nation in the tournament. And if you want to talk about the future, let's circle back around to CONCACAF. All right. When Gold Cup happens, when we kick the living out of Canada and Mexico,
Mike, you gotta
like
judge
we
it.
always do.
You got to judge it in the 5 game. You got to judge it in the 5 game sample size.
And I stand by what I said. The 5 game sample size, the United States was the better team. They had the group, and like I said, we all measure the knockout, which is fine. If you want to measure the knockout, I still think Canada was worse, but I could listen to the United States being third on the pecking order there. But 5 games, you played 5 games, and the United States were the better team. We played plumbers, as Damian Perez calls them, and Mark McKenzie and Miles Robinson, and almost got a result against Turkey, who is playing for their country's pride and to be able to go home. Those people wouldn't have been able to go home if they lost to our season B. So keep that in mind for me. In totality, I stand by what I said. It sucks.
You got to give Mexico more credit than this. You got to give Mexico more credit.
The knockout round is everything. And if I'm going to give Mexico credit, I'm giving them credit for that against England. England's a world-class team. You know, I love the lads.
And Mexico outplayed them for a lot of that game.
They did. And they had the better knockout. In totality, the United States was the better team, in my opinion. Competition, the 11, my 11 or Mexico's 11? I'm taking my 11.
Right, sure.
My 11 or Canada's 11?
Would be the great what if, but I can only judge in terms of how they beat teams, how they performed. Mexico, you said it, was a buzzsaw throughout the group stage. They were
indestructible at that stadium outside of the first game.
They were a buzzsaw.
I question the opponent in the group stage, but the Ecuador game was incredible. I still think that the United States game against Bosnia measures up to it. Because of going down to 10 men and being able to rally. But what I need to make abundantly clear, I know everyone's pissed off today. I know everyone, they're done. They're done with soccer for 4 years. But I'm telling you, this World Cup was a success for the United States, and I will not accept it.
But
I will not accept anything else.
Such a sour finish.
Correct. It's a sour finish, but it's also character building for these young players.
You hope.
And
now you hope because you don't trust their toughness. That's the problem. You don't trust the guts. You don't trust the guts of the team. Look yesterday. The guts of the team were lacking, right? Resilience, toughness, showing up for the moment, bright lights. They had none of that.
I want to remind everybody, too, Brazil got knocked down in the round of 16. Germany got knocked out in the round of 32. I'm telling you, we're close. We're close, and we have the manager to do it. And I know we could talk about this next day. I want to bring back Pochettino. You got to bring him back. I don't think you put that game on Poch. What
I'd agree with
can
you.
Poch defend the back stick?
No, I agree with you.
Oh,
I agree with you. Like the thing
Poch
is, like
is
if
the
he
guy.
wants to stay, the thing is if he wants to stay, that's the issue. Because I agree with you now, Mike, and I know you're gonna get mad at me. But for me, this World Cup was the same as always for the U.S.
That's just not true, though.
I think it's the same as always.
The expectations were far greater.
The expectations were far, but the team didn't like answer to those expectations. You have no leader on the team. I mean, Pulisic.
That was the biggest, most evident problem yesterday. There was no real
guys,
leader.
I need you to realize
Pulisic asked to be the face of this team. He doesn't have it in him. I don't think so. Maybe in 4 years, maybe he's gonna do it. I don't know. But I see Tyler Adams is a better leader than Pulisic.
That's fine. What I'm saying, there will be a leader that emerges for 2030, and I do think Tim Ream was a solid leader. The issue is
he's had such a bad game, you can't follow him.
And also, like, he's not that good. Like, Elias, we do this with the MLS and Lionel Messi. We see Tim Ream at an MLS level. We know he's not that good. And we know coming into the tournament, goalkeeper and Ream were going to be issues. We scored the most goals we've ever scored at a World Cup, Colin. We actually attacked. Guys, this is the first World Cup ever where a United States team were attacking and scoring goals. We don't
Mike,
do that.
You know what? I don't want to sugarcoat this. I think I don't want to applaud. Like, oh yes, they scored the most goals. Got you nothing at the end of the day. So I think
you can say that. You can say that to every country outside of six. The six
outside of eight that are going to be
six rotating cast that actually wins.
But
the
that's
whole
my
thing.
point. Like, I think in a way, and I'm not calling this World Cup a mediocrity for the U.S. Not at all, because they had a good run. But I mean, if we want to be honest, I do think we can't like put this to bed and say, oh, greatest World Cup ever. I don't think so, because then we are celebrating a type of mediocrity. This team is for better.
The United States should walk away pissed off. He's right on that.
I told you guys.
People need to be mad because how the team went out. So you telling me this was a great World Cup? You're applauding this type of mediocrity. No, this World Cup, you were playing at home. You had a better chance of going to the next round, and you just passed by.
You're allowed to say that as a fan, but when you get Christian Pulisic going and saying the same things you are, what a run we had, what a year, what a tournament we had, now you get to rest. Him saying that is not good. You could say that. The leader and the guy who's going to be the future captain of the team can't say that. That's the problem.
I want my captain to be around the field.
He should be around. He's
screaming,
like,
moving, motivating me, you know?
For the record, the best World Cup, let's take 1930 out of it when we went to the semifinal. It's the first ever year. All right. Take 1930 out of it. 2002 is still the best. You beat Mexico, and that was a continental shift and getting Mexico in the gutter where they belong. Sorry, Jules. And getting us in the top of CONCACAF. That was the best one. This had the opportunity to do it if we beat Belgium last night. Guys,
100%.
Guys, we fell short. And can I say something? That was Colin, bar none, the best performance Belgium has had in 10 years.
They were superb.
Years. That was the best. And
they were superb.
And we got a lot to unpack here because I think it has a lot to do with the Balogun situation, a lot to do with President Trump, who I still think made the right call. But before we hit a timeout, we got John and Jensen, 888-760-3776. John and Jensen joining the program. John, what's going on?
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you guys, man. This is the best part of my day. I wrap up my office, get in the car, and get to listen to you guys and sometimes jump in and talk sports. So
appreciate it, John.
Thank you, John. You're the man, brother. We appreciate you.
Here's the thing. This U.S. national team had every advantage. They never left the Western time zone, the Pacific time zone, right? They had a weak group draw. They had a weak knockout match. They had the President of the United States having red cards overturned. Every advantage possible. And here's what I'm watching with the U.S. men's national team. I'm watching Vanderbilt football. Great story. Every few years they win 9 or 10 games. Maybe they pull off an upset, but they're never going to compete for anything substantial. It is just not a sport that it's religion in South America. It's religion in Europe. It's the fourth sport here, fifth sport maybe, period.
Now, John, one thing I'd say, James Franklin football team is another good example of that. You beat down on the teams you shouldn't. Mike didn't like that because there's some truth to it. You beat down the teams you should. You look great. Everybody thinks Penn State's a big national contending team, and then they sort of get pummeled against a great team. Now, this is getting pummeled. It's not. This is the first time this happened. We only see this every couple of years.
Yep.
But this is a James Franklin type run that the United States had.
Johnny, appreciate the call, brother, and the kind words. I see. John is the casual that I wanted to captivate.
Right.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I give John credit. You clearly hear that he watched the games. He was into America being in it. I lost those, Colin, I lost those fans. And from someone who's been trying to grow this game for the better half of 25
the
years.
United States men's national team playing the way they did.
I feel responsible. I got everybody behind this team.
What are you talking about?
Kyle, I got everyone behind this team.
This is you.
Kyle, I sold everyone the dream that we could make the round of 8 and we could beat Belgium. I feel like an idiot. I really do. I feel like an idiot. And now, like he said, it's the fourth sport. Johnny, I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change. Like, look at hockey. Look at what winning in hockey has done to the United States. Hockey, we're great. We compete with Canada now. I was hoping this World Cup can do that if we got to the round of 8 and gave Spain. Guys, I got to keep it a buck. I've never expected to beat Spain. I never expected to beat Spain, and I never expected to get past the round of 8. But with how we saw this team play throughout the group stage, I truly thought that we had that opportunity. And I guess, Colin, I feel bad for selling everyone a dream that we were never able to accomplish.
I don't think anybody started. I'm going to tune it. I'm going to tune into the United States men's national team. You know why? Because Mike Rizzo told me.
I want to grow the game. I want it to be a big sport here.
Where's the World Cup this year? Oh, it's in the States.
And
I'm not going to watch. Mike did say.
Thank you, Mike.
Trolling aside from you two, we do have quality on this team. We do, brother. I promise we have good players. We have young players, and it's going to grow.
Quickly before break, 888-760-3776. Leo in Wellington. Leo, welcome in. What do you got for us?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I just want to say I'm disappointed that the U.S. came up short. It does have a lot to do with the bulletin board material. Soccer, unlike other sports, you kind of got to be calm to play. But I do think that the bulletin board material fired up Belgium, and they weren't going to overlook. They weren't going to overlook at all the U.S. If any chance of being overlooked without Balogun, they weren't going to overlook them now. And you saw what happened. And when the bright lights, you think you're riding high, you kind of think you're untouchable because the president makes a call at the 11th hour.
Leo?
It puts more pressure on you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leo, my brother. And listen, Leo, I was never responding to anybody on Instagram. I appreciate you DMing me and checking up on me. Leo was, giving his condolences.
Appreciate the call, Leo. 888-760-3776. Is this World Cup a failure in your eyes for the United States men's national team who lost last night 4-1 to Belgium in pretty dramatic format, an ugly sort of meltdown the United States had after a pretty great run, a lot of off-field stuff, changing of the guard in terms of whether they're heroes or villains in this story. We'll continue the conversation on the other side of things. That's Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The biggest soccer tournament in the world deserves legendary ribs. That's why Duffy Sports Grill is serving up its rib tour. Enjoy slow-roasted, fall-off-the-bone baby back ribs with 3 bold new barbecue flavors inspired by tastes from around the globe. Jack Daniels' Blackberry Barbecue, Sweet and Spicy Chili Crisp Barbecue, or Spicy Mango Habanero Barbecue. Pair them with the match and your favorite game day drink now through July 19th. Duffy's, our game is always on.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 energy continues across Miami. Join fans from around the world at official watch parties in Little Haiti, North Beach, Amelia Earhart Park, Tropical Park, and Noe Village. Experience every match with big screens, music, food, community, and the passion that only Miami can bring. There's a place for you to gather, cheer, and be a part of football's biggest celebration. Find dates, locations, and match details at MiamiFWC26.com and plan your World Cup experience.
When it comes to your back and neck, there's no room for compromise. You need expertise you can trust, and that's HSS, the best in orthopedics, providing spine care for over 160 years. Our specialists focus on you using advanced diagnostics, minimally invasive techniques, and tailored rehab plans to get you moving again. For something as important as your spine, choose the leaders from the best in orthopedics locally in South Florida. hss.edu/Florida.
It's Tina. You know how important it is to keep your car running. And when it comes to my car, I only trust St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been taking care of South Florida for over 50 years, and they're still family owned. Need new tires? They've got all the big brands. Battery issues? They've got it. Cars, trucks, boats, RVs, and even commercial fleets. And if you ever get stuck, their 24/7 roadside emergency service is a total lifesaver. Go see my friends at St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. They'll keep you going.
This soccer season, bring home a win that lasts beyond the final whistle. If hard water is spotting dishes, dulling laundry, and drying out your skin, that's a foul. Culligan has helped families since 1936 with free water testing and reverse osmosis systems that filter contaminants at the source. While the tournament ends soon, Culligan keeps savings going. Enjoy 12 months with no payments and no interest. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Serving South Florida, Vero Beach to Miami Beach.
Hey, Culligan man!
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
I might be too strung out on
We're sitting in it, the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. They're your option if you dread the day that you're looking for an accident attorney. You get into a car accident, get into a truck accident, get into a fender bender, slip and fall. You need protection. Look no further than Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine because they will fight for you. And you know that they're going to fight for you because they don't even get paid unless you do. They want to work to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve in these cases. You could call them today and get a free consultation. And don't settle for just any attorney. Go demand the best. Go get the best. And that is Anajar and Levine. Take that one phone call. Take back control of your life today. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It is Colin Russo. It is Mike Rizzo. It is Elias Bustamante, Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. We're about 30-some-odd minutes into Switzerland, Colombia in the final group round of 16 game in this FIFA World Cup up in Vancouver. Looks to be a good mix of red and yellow in that crowd. So maybe probably pro-Colombia for a little bit, but definitely even matched from that regard. United States men's national team lost yesterday. We're giving reactions on that. 888-760-3776. Was this World Cup a failure? Was it not? How do you feel about it post Belgium loss? We'll start in West Palm. Joe in West Palm. Joe, welcome in. What do you got for us?
How you guys doing? Thank you for all the football updates you guys have been throwing at us.
You got it, Joe. What's on your mind?
It was the two good things was it deflected me from the damn Mets, and it was a failure. We dropped the ball on this one. The other good thing is we didn't have to hear from Theo today.
Joe,
maybe she doesn't like Theo.
Yeah. But Joe, what's going on with the Mets? They fired the coach. I mean, any hope there for the rest of the year?
No, they should go be with the USA team for the rest of the year.
You're on the same flight to Cancun. Go on vacation.
Joe, listen, brother. I promise you 2030 will be better. And I know I lost you, but there is a lot of good out of this tournament from a soccer nut like me. I promise you.
2030, I'll be your first call, my brother.
All right.
Be your first call.
Joe, always appreciate the call and absolutely love the accent. That is Joe.
Thanks for the call,
West
Joe. 888-760-3776. Kelowna, New Jersey. Cologne, what do you got for us?
Hey, guys. Hey, listen, if Colombia wins, they're going to face Argentina. And this was the final in Copa America 2 years ago at Hard Rock, where, like, you know, a lot of people, like,
burn the building down.
And
give them credit. They recovered.
Yeah, so that would be a good match because they have a fierce rivalry. These two countries have a history of not liking each other. But listen, you know, on Team USA, listen, this is very disappointing. This is the first time the U.S. in a knockout round has been blown out. All right, that's not happened before. They either lose 1-0 or 2-1. I'm very disappointed. And Christian Pulisic, who's probably the best player that the U.S. has produced because of his career in Europe, you know, in the World Cup has not been really good. He only has one goal, and that was against Iran in the World Cup. You know, transversely, Landon Donovan, which, you know, was one of his favorite players. His career in Europe was okay. It wasn't great. He wasn't, like, spectacular. But he had 5 goals in a World Cup, and he got 2 of the best goals that we needed because he's the one that got the winning goal against Mexico to go to the quarterfinals in 2002, and he also got the goal in 2010 to tie Ghana, which gave us a chance to almost come back and win that game. So Pulisic, to me, takes the hit here. He had a much better World Cup performance, you know. But as much as I'm disappointed, the future of U.S. soccer depends on the MLS. The MLS, you know, is a really good league, okay, and it's only been around for 30 years now. And the better the league will become, the better the U.S. soccer will be here in America.
Good point. Thanks, there in the end, Clone. I agree with you. I think people have been trying to fix the sport of soccer in America all throughout the last day, talking about how it's not necessarily prioritized. In
by the way, a lot of horrible takes out there today on United States soccer.
But there's something to be said that if college soccer, I do think, is one thing that is not prioritized. If you play college soccer, you almost miss the boat to be a professional player at a top league.
And quickly, all 9 out of the 11 that play European soccer, they all came up in club, like Christian Pulisic. Dortmund.
They were all in
overseas. They were all overseas. Yeah.
Only 4 players on the entire roster played college soccer.
Yeah, they were all overseas, and most of those players are in the MLS. By the way, quickly,
go ahead.
Nick and Boynton. We go to Nick, Boynton Beach. Nick, what's going on, brother? What do you got?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I mean, I see this as a success for Team USA for the World Cup. I mean, if you look at all the other teams in the world, I mean, we got a mediocre team at best. So I think making it to the round of 16, I see it as a success.
Do you think the United States is capped at a certain level they could potentially get to? Can this country ever get to the point of the promised land, like the top 6 or 8 in FIFA World Cup? So where do you stand on that?
No, I don't think so. I think if we make it that far, if we make it past the round of 16, quarters, semis, I think that's like a Cinderella run. I mean, I just think the talent's not here. I think our stars, we have the same stars as previous World Cups. That's 4 years ago. You know, you go 4 years from now, they're getting older. You know, who's going to replace these stars? There are some people, but it's far and few between in my eyes.
Now, Nick, my pushback. 4-1 against Paraguay, a team who knocked out Germany and took France to the last whistle. Australia, who took Egypt to penalties, who should have beat, honest to God, our own Lionel Messi in Argentina. I get what you're saying, but I think the quality of player is better than you're giving them credit for. And 9 out of the 11 starters play in big-time leagues. But partner, hold your head high, man. We got a good thing going here. And believe it or not, in 2030, Pulisic, Adams, McKinney, all under 32, and all the rest of the starters are going to be 27 and under. So I think we're in a good spot, partner. I know it stinks not to get it done on home soil, but keep that head high. All right, Nick?
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep,
appreciate the call, Nick. Now, one thing I wanted to add to that, like Pulisic needs to go to leadership school. That's number 1. But number 2.
It's my guy, man.
Whatever, man. And it's one of those things. Now, the one thing I would say, you keep spinning it as United States beat Paraguay, United States beat Australia, and those teams played well against better opponents, so therefore it's good wins for us. I will flip that with those teams played up to very difficult opponents, whereas the United States did not, right? Belgium's probably, they beat them, so they're a better team than the United States. France was a better team than Paraguay. Germany was a better team than Paraguay, but they played up to their opponent. You got to give them credit for that. You make the argument with Australia as well. That's also that helps transitively the United States, but it also hurts them because those are teams that were able to play up to the competition, whereas the United States have not shown an ability to do that.
The better team won yesterday in Belgium.
Not even a question. Not even a question.
The better, and Tyler Adams said it immediately after the game. The better team won, but I do agree with Tyler Adams when he said that result doesn't show what the team is capable of, and it's the sad truth, and it sucks. You don't really want to hear that coming from, a possible captain for 2030, but it's the way the ball goes sometimes. I can't control Tim Ream getting ragdoll at the back stick. Out of a country of 340 million people, how is 38-year-old Tim Ream the best center back we could come up with?
Because you needed some experience.
And the worst part is, Colin,
that's crazy. Belgium is the size of New York City, and we're talking about.
But I mean, it was also
numbers.
In a way, calling Mikey. In a way, I think it was for some people maybe expected to lose this game because if you look at the numbers, Pochettino and the U.S. never won against a European team. I think they went 9 games.
It was
Bosnia. And they beat Bosnia, but they played Germany before. They played Germany and Portugal in March. They lost both games. So my point being is yes, Tyler Adams said they don't know what this team is capable of 100%. The thing is they're missing a leader. I don't think Pulisic is a leader. Ream is the only thing. It's the only guy who was available for it.
And you almost don't trust him anymore because of how publicly he was terrible. What fan is going to get behind him as 100%. A leader?
And I don't know. And I know what Mike says, but at the same time, I don't agree. I do think this team has a lot of quality. I do think this team has a lot of potential. They have a good coach. Hopefully he stays. Hopefully they gave him more new players. The point is, I don't think it was a success, this World Cup. I think it was okay. Again, more of the same.
I thought it was good.
More of the same.
I thought it was good.
More of the same. Maybe you have a better impression, but you got to the same stage as the last World Cup, and you lost 3-1 against Netherlands on the last World Cup. Same stage. I
think you noticed how desperate the United States public is for a team like a good make-a-run team. But the thing is, United States, they don't. The United States casual fans, as Mike likes to allude to.
Mm-hmm.
I lost
them.
I lost them.
They're not going into this
Yeah.
expecting, hey, we get to the quarterfinal. That's a pretty awesome tournament. Let's hold our head high. American fans don't think like that.
It's why aren't we winning?
Why aren't we winning?
Correct.
Because the Americans have a complex, as they should, that they dominate athletically and everything. 350 million people, home crowd, juice. They're being fed by the media that this team is different than every other team they've ever seen. Why wouldn't a casual
100%.
American team, after seeing Paraguay, why wouldn't they assume that this team could
They
do some
got
damage?
overhyped, and I get that. But I mean, you say why if we have so many people here, we don't have a competitive team as we want them to win.
They were properly hyped.
Let's
give them credit.
I think they were a little bit overhyped.
You got to admit they were a little bit overhyped.
A little bit overhyped, Mike.
You got to admit that.
No. After the first 2 games, they were not overhyped. Australia is not an easy opponent, and Paraguay was the next coming of Brazil, according to you. So I can't take that serious. They didn't have a lineup against Turkey. I could argue should have drew. They lost on the final kick of the game. 2 guys got nutmegged on the final play.
Right.
You beat Bosnia down to 10 men, played 35 minutes with 10 men. That's the thing that cracks me up is Mexican fans and Canada fans. They forget that we played 35 minutes for the 10 guys for 35 minutes.
But you got to consider
against a team who played Canada hard.
Fine. The Turkey game's a wash. We're talking about 4 games. 4 games.
You played one bad game in my eyes.
And one
bad game.
Awful game.
One bad game, and that's why I
argue.
Against
the best team you played. So why, you can't blame the fan for running away with it because it was the best team you played in the biggest moment on the brightest stage against a country with 11 million people in Seattle, Washington on prime time on a Monday night, and you didn't even show up. A gutless. It was a gutless performance. Gutless is thrown around a little too loosely. That was a gutless performance.
And I'm telling you right now, 2014, the U.S. played Belgium and they played Portugal. They draw 1-1 against Portugal. I remember that match. 1-1 against Portugal, and they almost tied the game against Belgium in the next round. Almost did it. Who was playing on that match? Clint Dempsey, Donovan, Jermaine Jones, Tim Howard. Those 4 players.
Team I grew up with.
Big dogs. A lot of personality, leaders.
An American vibe.
And yes, but they were that. that those 4 players or that type of personality was what Team USA is lacking right now.
He's not wrong.
You can't tell me, Mike.
Disagree.
Oh,
I disagree. The reason,
it is what it is. I want to rest now. You can rest now, princess. You can do it. That's not soccer, man. That's not football. That's not how you do it. He should be mad. He should be saying, you know what? I am mad. This is not the way I want to go out of this tournament.
I don't disagree with you.
Oh, I'm going to go to the pool now and relax. Yes, you can do it, my man. In 2 years, you're going to be back in the MLS. That's what's going to happen with that attitude. With that attitude, in Europe, they're not going to wait for Pulisic to be 100%. They're going to send him back to the MLS. That's what's going to happen.
You lose respect of the American fan. How's that?
100%.
You lose respect of the American fan.
That's fine. But my pushback and what I'm saying is the United States had one bad game, and it sucked. It had to be the game. That's it. And the gutless performance and this, that. I hear all you got, guys, but I bring up the Bosnia game. A lot of guts there. Paraguay, a lot of guts. Australia, a lot of guts.
No doubt.
This happens in football. It happened to Germany. It happened to Brazil. It happened to a lot of teams in this tournament. It sucks, Colin. It sucks we were the host nation. It sucks we did it on home turf. But those Belgians were ready to play. They took the Balogun stuff to heart.
I'm agreeing with you, but Brazil got caught. Germany got caught. United States got punked. They got beat.
I think we got caught in the sense of the weak links finally caught up to us. Tim Ream caught up to us. Ream was responsible.
That was Belgium too. Belgium's
I agree. But Ream, 2 goals. Got exposed back stick on the second one. And then how aren't you stopping that ball? That's on freeze, all right? I've never seen goalkeeping like that. And that brother should never be anywhere near the Federation ever again. But Tim Ream's got to stop that ball. Self-inflicted. 3 out of the 4 goals were self-inflicted. And you had all the momentum in the second half. We were the better team for the first 15 minutes, and then you had the worst howler of the tournament. You lost the game right there. If that play doesn't happen, I think a lot of what-ifs. I think the United States win the game if you don't have the Matt Freeze moment. We were the better team in the second half to come out.
Maybe.
We were the
right.
better team in the second half.
You're allowed to say that, but you can't take that as a positive. You can't take that as a positive. I agree. There are no
positives from that game. I agree. But I think it's unfair for Elise to say there wasn't a lot of good in this World Cup. This was the best World Cup since 2002.
You know what?
I know I could listen to 2014, the close results and whatever. The style of play, the way we played, the way we attacked, Pochettino as the manager, this is the best World Cup since 2002.
But you know what, Mike? My definition
2002.
of being a great World Cup, like a success, probably will be, for example, let's say Canada. And I know you're gonna get mad at me, but let's say Canada. They never won. Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk?
Let him go.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Are you gonna let me talk? Canada
let me
sucks.
talk.
And I can't wait to see them in CONCACAF. Cannot wait.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if Canada, they never won a game in a World Cup. They did.
Phony Marsh.
They won one game, right? They got to the next stage. They won the next game. They go to the next stage. First time ever. For me, that's history. That's
go farther than you've ever been.
Exactly. Perfect. That's a great World Cup run.
Cutter.
Great World Cup run. Mexico, they never won a game after getting out of the group stage. They did it. They went to the next round. They played England.
Beat a good team, too.
Great team. That's great World Cup. Great World Cup. USA achieved the same as they achieved the last World Cup. And then on the last one.
Game. Now it's the expanded playoff.
With
10 men for 35 minutes.
Against Bosnia, Mike.
Yeah, for 35
against Bosnia, Mike. And then you tell me
a top 12 team in the world in Italy couldn't do that. Keep that in mind.
Mike.
Keep that in mind.
Mike, it will be USA against Italy. What happens if the USA loses against Italy? Oh, they lost against Italy. Nothing to do.
Italy's good. The issue you're ignoring is Italy is actually good, and they got unlucky with Norway and company in their group.
No, that's not lucky.
They got down to 10
that's
men
not
against
unlucky.
Bosnia, and they didn't get a result.
That's not
You're
unlucky.
not giving the United States credit for playing 35 minutes against Bosnia with 10 men. That is ridiculous.
I respect that.
I can't do that.
Or you're missing my point. You're missing my point. My point is, if you achieve the same result over and over and over, that's not even, you're not moving forward. That's not a success. You're achieving the same thing. So that's mediocrity, Mike. Mediocre team achieve the same things over and over and over. So if you don't achieve something else and you learn and move, I don't think this is a great World Cup, as you said. It's okay. It's the same.
All right, so watching all 5 games of the United States, You don't think we move forward in this competition
If
at
you
all?
won yesterday,
So you think it's more of the same after the 5 games that you watched?
100%, Mike, because you achieved the same.
You're lost. You're lost.
I think you need to be fair, too. There were steps
You're
forward.
lost
The energy.
You're lost.
Remember, they were favored
Yes,
in the game.
100%.
So that shows you something.
Yesterday was 50-50.
They were
I
favored.
checked that. Yesterday was
Dude,
50-50.
was it? Okay.
Yes,
All right,
50-50
I
yesterday.
officially cannot wait for September when the United States kicks the living out of Canada and Mexico in CONCACAF.
And what? And
I
Curacao?
think you guys say mighty Mexico and mighty Canada, they're getting a little cocky right now. Time to whip them back in shape. Time to whip those dogs back into shape and to remind them who's top dog. Yeah, you know what? You're saying it's a failure because there are expectations with the United States. There are no expectations with Mexico and Canada because they stink. They stink. So that's it. If we want to do this, I can do this. All right. If Mexico didn't play in Mexico, they probably don't even win a game. If the United States don't play in the United States, they probably still win games and go to the group stage.
Now we're running away with
on another point, Mexico used to play all their games in the U.S. because here in the U.S. there's a lot of Mexicans.
The United States has made the group stage at every single World Cup since what, 2002? So, listen, don't sit here and tell me the United States can't get results in the World Cup, because we can. Those phonies in Mexico were killing people celebrating because they finally won a knockout game. Those miserable fans that spit on my players and burn my flag and chant racist stuff.
But give them credit because they did play well in this World Cup. You have to say
they had a better knockout game. Congratulations.
They had a better World Cup, Mike.
I'll see you in September.
Fine.
No, they didn't. They did not. They had a better knockout
Mike,
game.
they didn't give up a goal.
They had a better knockout game.
2 live goals, and it was in 200 seconds.
They had a better knockout game. They had a better knockout game.
Well, that's it, Mike.
That's it.
We played
That's
4 games. They played 4 games as well. And they had a better stretch
you
of 4 than we
played
did.
4 games, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not counting Turkey. I'm not counting the last one for them.
Totality, the United States had a better World Cup than Mexico. You won't be able to convince me.
Because you want to compare 4 against 4. I mean, we're not even thinking.
Opponents, Kyle, opponents.
They played
matter.
England. They played the best team of the bunch by far.
And what do I keep telling you? They had a better knockout game. Fair play to them.
That's
they
the
had one
opponents.
game. They had one better game and we had 4 other better games than them in my eyes. So the way I look at it. It's the way you can tell me the Ecuador game, I'd trump you with Bosnia 35 minutes with 10 men. Something a top 15 team in Italy couldn't do at the international stage.
Bosnia wasn't great. Keep that in mind. Bosnia wasn't great.
10 men, Kyle. It's
10
big.
men.
Big.
Situationally, it was a big game. But it wasn't
how
a
about
great
Mexico?
team.
All right, I know it was England, but good golly, never in the game. Getting 10 men for what, 40 minutes?
That's true.
When did Kwanzaa pick up that red card?
36
They never led in that game. They never tied the game. They were always on the back
20
foot.
minutes of just
spare me
blank,
with guys. I'm
crosses.
sorry. This might be all right. You can call me a cocky. Mexico's little brother. Since 2002, they've been little brother, and they will continue to be little brother from here on out.
You're allowed to say that.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait for CONCACAF.
We are talking about the United States and the quality of their run.
Mm-hmm. And I still think
you're comparing it to Canada. We don't want to be compared to Canada.
But I got told that the United States was the worst host nation in this tournament, that is not true.
I think
they
Mexico,
were the best host
it is hard
nation
to
in this
argue.
tournament.
It's hard to argue about Mexico. I agree with you that they did better than Canada. I'm not listening to that. But I do think it's hard to argue.
You want to make a list of the best hosts of the World Cup? Mexico, USA, Canada. That's for me.
I think it's hard to argue Mexico.
I question if you watch the games. I watch
all the games.
You're the one
man,
who came
all the
out here
games.
after group stage, after the Ecuador game, and you said Mexico's a buzzsaw.
They were indestructible at home. That's what I said.
Well,
they were indestructible at home.
Mike, we were at home too.
We were at home too, and we lost a stupid game that didn't mean anything in the knockout round when I was playing Miles Robinson and Mark McKenzie and Brendan Aronson, who couldn't hit the red side of a barn. Enough.
Mike, anyhow, if Mexico played in the U.S., they'll. Trust me, they will be still playing at home. A lot of people will be making the travel. They will just go to the stadium. They'll just do it.
And Colin, like we always do, will kick their ass with all their fans in the stadium in America. They'll burn our flag. They'll spit on our players, and they'll be sore losers like they always are. Mexican fans are the biggest sore loser you'll ever come around. Oh, I can't wait for September. Oh, I can't wait, Colin. Can't wait for September.
All right.
Can't wait.
I'm going to clip this.
Yeah, please do. Please do, because it's going to be like the last 20 years of Mexico. Right, remember what happened at the Gold Cup, Colin, when I had Diego Luna and the B, not even the C team, the D team playing, and it took everything Mexico had to beat us.
We'll take
I
a time
can't
out.
take that serious.
We'll loop in Jonathan Zazzo on the other side of things, the voice of the 305. Stay tuned for it. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manso's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manso's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí. Can I just say, you're my favorite player, ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Marlins fans, celebrate red, white, and baseball at Lone Depot Park. Saturday, July 11th at 4:10 p.m. Don't miss the USA 250 celebration presented by Budweiser. A special ticket package includes a game ticket to catch the Fightin' Fish versus the Guardians, plus an exclusive commemorative jersey. Then stick around after the game for live entertainment with the Celsius postgame concert. Bring the whole family for this can't-miss event. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/USA.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Refresh your yard this summer with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. Choose your power starting at $99 with tools from trusted names like Ryobi and Milwaukee. From backyard get-togethers to end-of-summer upgrades, 4th of July savings on cordless tools deliver the power and mobility to keep up with every job without slowing you down. Power on the go is here, and summer projects are easier than ever with the Home Depot. While supplies last, see store or online for details.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia. Have you ever wished buying a car could actually feel easy? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, it does, especially during the summer sticker sales event. Just call Lonnie Mister, tell him what you're looking for, and before you arrive, he'll have a vehicle ready out front, washed, gassed up, and waiting for you. He'll even text you photos so you know exactly what to expect. No games, no pressure, no hidden fees. Just real people helping real people. With hundreds of new Kias arriving, including the Telluride, K4, K5, Sportage, and all-electric EV9, there's never been a better time to find the perfect ride. Not sure which Kia is right for you? Take advantage of Greenway Kia's exclusive 24-hour test drive. Take it home, drive it, and make sure it's the one. Plus, this week only, the Greenway Kia Credit Clinic is back. Let their team work hard to help get you approved. Call 561-433-1511 and ask for Lonnie Mister. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where buying a car feels personal.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Ball into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Colin Russo, it's Mike Rizzo, it's Elias Bustamante, it is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. I'll tell you, Mike's disappointed that we didn't advance, but he's proud of the guys for how they performed. And I'll tell you, so you could do it in celebration, you could do it sort of in remembrance of the run that was the 2026 World Cup for the United States men's national team. You know how Mike probably celebrated, poured himself nice glasses, Gießen 0%. And toasted it to here's to the journey.
Certainly, Colin. I had to, as I say, bury my team in my apartment parking lot. And while I did that, I did it with Gießen 0%. And sadly, Colin, that wasn't the only thing I was burying in the parking lot. My guy Cristiano Ronaldo as well losing. It was a tough day at the World Cup for Mike Rizzo, losing CR7 and my beloved United States men's national team. But Gießen 0%, folks, is the way I celebrate. I've been sober for 5 years now. I'll tell you what, go pick it up at Publix. You can't drink every night. Listen, parents listening out there, you got kids. I mean, even if you're my age, if you're still a single adult, you got work in the morning. You got to get up, but you got to go to the function. You got to go to the boss's house, the missus's house, whatever it is, guys. Gießen 0% will keep you sharp and keep you focused. Go check them out at Publix. That is Gießen 0%.
Well, let's loop him in, the voice of the 305. You can do him on the Zazzo Show 2.0. Let's get into it. Jonathan Zazzo, the voice of the 305.
You might know him as the Cooper City Rattlesnake. He's the human flamethrower of Miami sports radio.
Hey, you could be a maniac without being a jerk.
The preacher of the Pat Riley gospel.
They don't complain. They don't make excuses. This is the NBA. Deal with it.
The mayor of Dolphins Delusion.
The Dolphins are amazing. Are they the best team in the NFL?
And the only guy who can go from breaking down the Panthers' power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo.
Woo!
Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305. Presented by Anajar and Levine.
Zaz, welcome in. How are we doing today? What's going on?
I'm all right. How are you guys? Good to see you.
We've had better days, Zaz. Let's talk about last night really quickly. United States men's national team, let's get both takes out of the way. Coming into the game, obviously the political aspect of getting Balogun legal to play and the red card getting overturned with help of President Trump. It's funny, the FIFA came out and said, well, this is an independent process. We have a third party. And then Trump comes out and he goes, no, this is me. This is my phone call. And that's just classic Trump. But what happened was that happened, bad vibe toward the United States. Belgium obviously gets a little bulletin board material. And then what we saw, the 4-1 win for Belgium in the round of 16. I'll ask you the plain question before I get you the breakdown. Was this run a success for the United States?
No, not even close. I thought it ending last night, and especially the way it ended last night, it's a massive disappointment. This team, granted, they won a knockout round game, but this is the first year that there was ever a round of 32. The 4 straight World Cup appearances, not 4 straight World Cups because they missed out in 2018, 4 straight World Cup appearances for USMNT, they got to the round of 16. So they didn't get any further this year than any of these previous years during, what do we talk about, like this last 20 years or so. And you then also have to consider they had a much easier group because as the host country, they were Tier A, as opposed to they would have probably been Tier B, would be my guess. So you had a much easier draw, and you couldn't even take advantage of that to get further than you have in the past. You look at these other teams, and we do this every year, guys. Like, every 4 years, it's, has the U.S. men's national team created enough momentum for this to be a jumping off point for soccer in this country? And it's the same result every single time. We have this conversation every 4 years. And the bottom line is, you look at these other teams, France and Norway and England and Argentina, they all have star players. That's been the biggest story of this tournament so far this year is all the big countries, their stars are scoring and being stars every game. The U.S., they don't have a star. Like Christian Pulisic, I'm sorry. It's not even just about last night. He was horrible last night. This was a dud of a World Cup for Christian Pulisic. Like that star, like I can't hear it anymore about Pulisic being a star. Been talking about Pulisic since 2018. Here we are, 2026. He was a no-show this year, guys.
Mike?
My pushback says I feel like this is the first time we actually have 11 players who are European caliber players, good enough players to play overseas, and I think it's proved by the clubs that they play for. I think there was a lot of good though. You were actually attacking, you were scoring goals. In years past, you didn't see this kind of play from the United States, and we dominated our competition. And I think that game against Bosnia, granted, was it Bosnia? I'll listen to that. But for 35 minutes to play with 10 men, that was inspiring stuff. That is what American soccer, in my eyes, should be all about. I agree with you. We don't have that 1A star in Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland and company. But I want to remind everybody how great Balogun was before yesterday. The problem is it was the business end of the tournament.
I think he was one of the few players last night who played well even. I mean, I know he had a big chance late when it was 3-1. I thought Balogun was fine. They didn't give him enough opportunities. He can't do it by himself all the way up front, I didn't think he got very many opportunities. I thought Balogun was pretty good last night. But man, like that the first 45 minutes of the game, like the first half last night, they look like the worst team in the World Cup. Yeah. They were horrible.
You're not wrong, Zaz. And we let them have the ball. We played scared. Played a little bit of timid, and it seemed like that the Balogun situation affected us in the worst way and Belgium in the right way. But once again, I think there are a lot of good here. I think there's a lot to build from. Pulisic, McKinney, Adams are going to be 31 next World Cup. You're going to have our other young stars like Tillman and Freeman in their mid-20s. It's going to be a mix of a veteran roster, a mix of a younger roster. And not to get too into it, but we have a young lad named Kevin Sullivan who's going to be in his early 20s, and he's going to be playing for Manchester City by then. So I get it. Listen, I told Colin all day today, I lost the casual fan. and I got to accept that. But there is a lot of good here, and you hope to lock down the manager who's been our best manager, I think, since 2002 when we beat Mexico to go to the round of 8. And I think U.S. soccer is in a good spot in the totality of it.
I like the manager. I do. I hope he returns. He didn't sound like he was dead set on returning. It's like I hope he winds up sticking with the club. I like Pochettino, but man, last night was tough to watch. They did not belong on the same field as Belgium, and it showed. To play at the level where you could advance in the knockout round. I'm not saying you got to play perfect, but any little mistake, and you saw it last night. Any little mistake against a team like Belgium, who's a top 10 team, but it's not like they're top 4, top 5. They're a top 10 team. Any little mistake you make, they took advantage of it, and they killed you for it.
And Zaz, we couldn't do the easy things like holding possession. We were turning the ball over, and
they were horrible.
Yeah, and Zaz, the 3 goals. I mean, you didn't clear it out on the first one.
Yep.
Tim Ream getting ragdoll on the back stick, and then Zaz, 25 years of watching soccer at a serious level. Brother, I've never seen what Matt Freese did in goal yesterday.
I don't get it. I mean, do we even have an explanation as to what happened yet?
He pump faked, and I don't know why he's pump faking. But De Ketelaere was right behind him, and then Zaz, the worst part is Tim Ream had a chance to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's leaning one way, he's backpedaling.
Yeah, I mean that's a Freeze problem more than a Ream problem.
I get it, but guys, I mean, we had 2 chances to keep that out of the net. And Zaz, the worst part too, maybe this is me being an American, but we had them in the beginning of that first half before that. We were all over them. We were putting chances on
the second half.
Yeah, in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, the second half, the U.S. had the ball the whole half. So that's part of the problem. They had the ball the whole half in the second half, but they don't get any shots.
No.
They had one. I'm not saying about shots on goal. They had one shot in the second half. Also one shot in the first half off of the free kick. But they had the ball the whole second half. They never had any chances.
The worst part is the game was over when the Freeze situation happened. And I think everyone realized that. And I guess the pushback I had again, if that doesn't happen, I think the United States could have a real shot of winning that. You lose all momentum. You lose all momentum on something stupid like that.
There's something to be said, too, about manufactured momentum and manufactured sort of inspiration, spiritual leadership. The United States lacked that. Zaz, you mentioned the star player. The star player in terms of, yes, quality, in terms of ability is up there, but in terms of how the team rallies around their specific stars, how Norway rallies around Holland at the end of the Brazil game, how they rallied around Messi today once he had the equalizer in the 85th minute against Egypt, how they rally around the best, Harry Kane against Congo. Go down the list of.
We don't have a guy like that.
They do not have a guy like that.
Nope.
And if you think it's Pulisic, fine. But like he didn't show it. And if you think it's any of the smattering of the side characters that have a good game, bad game type of situation, the United States need a guy who sort of embodies America. And you know what you felt like? It felt like 11 guys who grew up in Europe. That's what it grew up in those academies in Europe. Didn't necessarily grow up like
these
that.
guys do play together in CONCACAF and play together in competitions.
No doubt.
But I hear what you're saying.
But you know what I mean? Like an American fan is trying to see that.
My pushback, look at Belgium. Like they're going to the round of 8. They don't have a Kevin De Bruyne or an Eden Hazard anymore. They have 11 really solid players and 3 guys off the bench. The United States can't beat Belgium. And last night, Zaz, I hate to keep harping on it, that was not what that team reflected in the World Cup. It's what everyone's going to remember because it's the business end of it. But if
we're going to do the reason they lost last night because they weren't ready for the moment, the lights were too bright for them. That's a major problem too.
Yeah, it stinks because that's what everyone is going to remember. But I really do think 2030, once that time rolls around, they're older. They've been playing in Europe
Where
again.
is it, in Spain in 2030?
Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
Argentina, too?
Well, there's 3 games in Argentina and Uruguay, and they're only doing that to satisfy, first of all, to celebrate 100 years of the World Cup because it was in Uruguay.
Right.
But they're also doing it to satisfy a continent requirement so they don't have to have another host country in South Africa because they want it back in the United States in 38. That's the real reason.
And Zaz, I am probably unfairly coming to the defense of the United States. I got the hand up today. I really want this game to grow. I really want young players. I wanted to, Zaz, I compare it to hockey. Look at how great the Olympics have been for hockey. Even when I was growing up, when we lost to Canada in the championship game of like 2009, 2010, it boomed. And now look at where we're at. We're probably what? And listen, you're more hockey than I am, Zaz. Probably number 2 behind Canada.
Well, the whole world doesn't play hockey, but yes.
But like I think it could have a boom. And I keep telling Colin today, I lost brother, I lost the casual fan. And I lost the people that I'm hoping to get hooked on this sport. So I think it sucks. This team is so much better than what they put out there, and I hope 2030 can be different.
Jonathan Zaslow joining us now from the Zaslow Show 2.0. Now, Zaz, I mean, going forward from this, where do you view the leaders in the clubhouse? Argentina has bled a little bit. You know, they were in a dogfight against Cape Verde, and for all intents and purposes, should have lost today against Egypt.
Unbelievable.
Who do you view as still the favorite? Is it France, then the rest? Is there four teams that you're looking at? Tell me about that.
Well, look, France, they didn't look very good against Paraguay, and that's a Paraguay team who the U.S. Kicked the crap out of. 4-1. The only goal France scored is off of a penalty from Mbappe. So I don't know. France didn't look so great, but Argentina. I mean, you can't kill them. Last game, Cape Verde hangs around, and Argentina, comes up big in big spots with the 2 goals in overtime. And today, 3 goals in the final, what are we talking, 20-plus minutes of regulation in this game today against Egypt. Like, you can't kill them. So I feel like for me, it's Argentina, even though they're not the odds-on favorite. I mean, we'll find out soon who they're playing. Let me check what the score is right now. Oh, we're still 0-0.
It's 0-0.
59th minute.
All right, so either Switzerland and Colombia, but I mean, Argentina, they're not exactly going through the murderer's row here, in order to get to the final. So Argentina, for me, I think they're the favorite. Argentina, if they win the next game, you face, a Norway or an England team. That's going to be a lot of fun, obviously. So, I don't know. I think we're looking at Argentina, maybe Argentina-France. I think is what we could be looking at here for the final.
Wow, third straight year.
It was a favorite.
Third straight World Cup.
Listen, I am relieved. If I would have lost Ronaldo, U.S., and Messi,
worst day of your life.
Would have been one of the worst. Would have been the worst 24 hours in my world football career. But partner, did you see the Egypt goal that got called back? I am pro Lionel Messi. That was crazy. And Zaz, VAR shouldn't be used for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, while I'm watching, I don't really – that's the part where with FIFA, I don't understand what the rules are for VAR, what you're supposed to be allowed to do, what you're not supposed to be allowed to do. That whole scene, I don't understand. It feels like it shouldn't have been allowed to call it back 100 yards previous.
I like what you mentioned. It's not consistent. The VAR has not been consistent this tournament. They've kind of been using it how they really want to, and that's not how it should be. But a play that happened 100 yards away from the goal, and accidentally stepped on his toe.
Oh,
it's not even like he stepped on his foot. He stepped on his toe.
Yeah.
Listen, I am relieved that Messi and Argentina are into the next round.
But Egypt has got to be thinking about that.
But I will say, Messi uncharacteristically missed a penalty. Granted, it's his second penalty kick he's missed in tournament.
Wild.
But we could play the woulda, coulda, shoulda game, but Egypt did get screwed.
They got burned.
They got screwed.
You can talk
guys.
about Messi missing a kick, but Egypt scored.
And I guess the point I'm trying to make is there are going to be favorable whistles, especially with the United States being out, especially with Ronaldo being out. They want that Messi magic still in this tournament.
Yeah.
Zaz, where can people tune in if you want to listen to more?
Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcast, guys, just search Zaslow Show 2.0. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe to all that stuff. Everything Miami Sports, everything 305, we got you covered. And every episode of Zaslow Show 2.0 is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Appreciate it, Zaz. Looking forward to talking again soon. All right, enjoy the week.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Jonathan Zaslow, the voice of the 305. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. We'll do a little later, 5 at 5. Coming up next on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and it's time to play ball on ESPN 106.3. Nothing says summer like Saturday baseball, so fire up the grill and turn on the radio. We've got the Brewers and the Pirates live from Pittsburgh at 3:30. It's the perfect soundtrack here on ESPN 106.3.
The biggest soccer tournament in the world deserves legendary ribs. That's why Duffy Sports Grill is serving up its Rib Tour. Enjoy slow-roasted, fall-off-the-bone baby back ribs with 3 bold new barbecue flavors inspired by tastes from around the globe. Jack Daniels' Blackberry Barbecue, sweet and spicy chili crisp barbecue, or spicy mango habanero barbecue. Pair them with the match and your favorite game day drink now through July 19th. Duffy's, our game is always on.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Listen live for all of your Inter Miami coverage, including play-by-play, weekly shows, and all the latest on the Herons. If it's Inter Miami, it's on ESPN 106.3. Listen on the ESPN South Florida app or stream it on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with Inter Miami anytime, anywhere. Presented by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE today.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit TRA.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
If you missed any of Jonathan Zazzo, want to go listen back, go to Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. Just go to Russo and Rizzo. It's Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. We got Elias Bustamante behind the glass today. Streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. Bouncing around a little bit. Let's have a little fun. Let's do a little 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking Big Ten.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU athletics. Number 1.
ESPN has handed out midseason grades for all 30 MLB teams. 2 teams have an A+, 2 have an A, and 2 more have an A-. Colin, how many teams have earned an A for you so far in the MLB season?
A.
You want
Tampa Bay. You want 4 of them, you said?
Just in your eyes, who has an A?
Tampa Bay has an A. The Dodgers have an A, for what it's worth. Are we putting the Yankees there? Judge has been hurt.
No, Kyle, Brewers 57-33.
Brewers are absolutely
Braves, that's 4. Dude, can I have a dark horse? I cannot believe and I know we've been
White Sox. Oh, no doubt.
I put them as an A because no one expected them to be. Everyone thought Detroit. To be fair, my guards have been hurt, so let's be fair. But no one saw the Chicago. I have them.
Kansas City. Nobody thought. Yeah. It's a deep division for what it's worth.
So quickly again, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Brewers, the Rays, and we're throwing the White Sox in there just because they've been one of the worst teams in the league for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I would say that makes sense. Those are probably the teams that deserve that.
Yeah, and we're almost to All-Star break.
If we're doing the last 6 weeks, Marlins.
So there's a number 6 for you on the 5 and 5.
Number 2.
But number 2, 5 and 5 presented by the Flagler Credit Union, folks. FlaglerCU.org for more information. Colin, the Heat dealing with some Giannis drama already. Yesterday, the team put his jersey on sale as soon as the trade was official. A few hours later, word came out that Giannis would be wearing number 7 this year instead. Excuse me, number 7.
Wearing number 7?
7, tongue twister. Number 7 this year instead. The team has said that anyone who bought the old jersey can exchange it for the new number. Colin, if you had a 34 Heat jersey, would you want to exchange it or would you want to keep it?
You want the new one, right?
I don't know. I kind of want the old ones just to be like, oh yeah, dude, I got the 34. I
like
don't.
The old Anthony Edwards jerseys.
Kind of weird. I'm weird like that. Like having a Jordan 45, right? I that's the way I look at it.
How about that number 7? I'm interested in that.
But take it a step further with the Giannis stuff. Are you? Has you changed your tone?
No.
At all on the Heat?
I got to see where LeBron's going to go. LeBron's the last ace in the hole. No, there's a reason nobody's making big moves right now because they're waiting for LeBron.
I mean, let's go through it. The Knicks are better.
The Pistons will probably be better. They got John Collins.
I'm done saying that. They'll be better than the Cavs. They'll be able to beat the Cavs in a series.
Okay.
But I still think Giannis and the band of misfit toys will probably be able to get over that.
Philly's going to be a lot better.
Philly I'd have over.
Yeah.
Their starting 5 is it the best in the East?
Yes.
Now
the Raptors are going to be a lot better.
The Knicks are the team to beat, but that 5 with the Sixers, with where I'm at right now, the Sixers and the Knicks clearly. The rest needs to unfold, but those two, after the Jaylen Brown trade, with the Sixers and the Knicks being the champ, I think those teams are still over.
Another quiet team I'd keep an eye on is Atlanta, weirdly enough. I think Atlanta is a team that is very good defensively. They've trended upward. They got a good coach in Quinn Snyder. That's a team that that will be, depending on what their over-under is, that will be a trendy pick for me.
All right, let's hit number 3.
Number 3.
It's again 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union. A new Seth Wickersham article has unveiled quite an idea that Broncos head coach Sean Payton thought about. Payton reportedly considered bringing in Bill Belichick to be the Broncos head coach to reach the all-time wins record. Payton would step aside as an assistant coach to run the offense and would take back over after Belichick got the record. What's your biggest takeaway from this possible situation?
Weird that I guess I didn't
know they were buddies.
Yeah, I didn't know the extent of the relationship. Would have been cool. Would have been strange because what is Belichick? Oh, what are they going to have a big season? Belichick's just going to walk away? Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, is it Belichick's team? And then why would you start that power dynamic stuff for a team that you're still trying to figure out?
That's a circus.
Yeah, you're still trying to figure that out.
You don't need to bring that in.
You're still trying to figure it out. For a guy, I mean, you just had a great year. You got unlucky with the injuries. I mean,
I think Bill's got enough on his plate at North Carolina right now.
I think Bill's got plenty of problems, yeah.
What, does he just leave North Carolina?
Well, I don't know. I think this was before.
This past
year. I don't think this was this past year, but
weird.
Regardless.
And Seth Wickersham, one of the better guys. It's a weird story.
Number 4.
Team USA, yay! They saw their World Cup run come to an end last night, 3-1, not 4-1, 3-1 at the hands of Belgium. Christian Pulisic had to leave early once again with an injury, Colin, and has had this to say in the post.
Twisted my ankle and just sprained my ankle. I mean, it's just frustrating to end like that, of course. But now I have time to rest, so hopefully it'll be okay.
I know you're not.
Colin, is Pulisic the man to lead the USMNT to new heights?
Would you get out of the boat and onto the beach under that leadership?
Colin,
I'm not getting out of the boat.
Guy. I really do.
We're storming Omaha.
Good luck.
Christian, hey guys, time to get out of the boat. Let's go storm the beaches. No.
It's my guy, man. I can't defend that. It's just like he's so much more media trained than that too. Like, brother, what?
You're in the USA, dude. You're in the USA, dude.
Nonchalant attitude, that's the word?
Yeah.
Now, Elias thinks he's, Tim Ream. Let's pump the brakes a bit there. He got hurt.
But the
that's
no,
the way
but the no
he got
big deal
hurt.
vibe sucks. The no big deal vibe
That's why,
sucks.
Colin, that's why I said it's impossible to defend what he said. It is. It's unacceptable that he said that. I still thank Christian for being one of our top players, for leading us in a dark time from 2018 to 2022. I could even argue going into this year. It started when he didn't play at the Gold Cup for me. The Pulisic downfall with this World Cup started when he decided to rest post AC Milan Serie A series.
No big deal.
And that's where it started. That's where it started. I remind everybody, he's going to have another World Cup when he's still in his prime. I disagree with Elias saying that he's going to be playing for the Vancouver Whitecaps in 3 years. It's a top player. It's a top player at his position in Serie A. All right? And let's not forget, he bailed. Colin, context. Thomas Tuchel is the manager of England. He won a Champions League with Chelsea. Christian Pulisic saved his bacon 4 different times coming off of the bench in Champions League. I can't take the whole he'll be playing in the MLS thing serious. It's a top player, and he'll be able to come back, in my opinion, in 2030 and have a strong World Cup. What I will listen to is him being just the injuries. I need to pray for him. I need to throw holy water. I need to get holy water from Graham McCarroll and throw it on him the next time I see him. I cannot believe he's getting hurt like this. That's what I think it's more about. It's more about Pulisic getting hurt and not being in top-tier form. Against Paraguay, he was the best player on the pitch in the first half, and he was in top-tier form and healthy. I never saw the same Christian Pulisic after the injury.
Yeah, I think there's two. You're right. The injury issues, the best abilities, availability, he has not showed that. I mean, you can't leave every game hurt. You can't do it. And on top of that, there is no spiritual leader for that team. That needs to be decided. Mm-hmm. When Ream is falling apart at the seams because he is 38 years old and he's probably the worst player in the lineup, you can't look around for who's going to be that guy. Balogun probably felt like he shouldn't have even been there because I'm sure there was a guilt attached to playing in that game. And then you got Pulisic, who's been a mess.
Good news is, I think out of McKinney, Adams, and Pulisic, one of them will step up. They're all 27.
Right.
They all came up in the United States, ranks together. One of them will be the captain. Believe it or not, I'm not worried about leadership in 2030. I'm worried about guys still being in top-tier form. Tyler Adams, great player. McKinney, great player. Benefit of the doubt, in my opinion, Pulisic, a great player, got injured. I'm worried about those guys being healthy, but there's a lot to look forward to. I respect everybody, and even Zaz, who came out and said this is an utter failure of a World Cup. It's because they didn't get out of the round of 16. Style of play, coaching, scoring goals. We scored 3 goals total in Qatar. We had 3 goals in the first half against Paraguay. That's why I think it's a success, and you got great young players like Tillman, like Freeman, Dest, 25 and under. How great was Malik Tillman this tournament?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How aren't you excited
with the other
about
free
this United
kick too?
States roster? Look at Mexico. They got a bunch of guys who are never leaving that godforsaken Mexican league.
They got to figure out goal. They got to figure out goal.
Now, they have a young goalie. He's in the Chelsea system right now. I think he'll probably be the goalie come 2030. And keep in mind, too, Elias hates him. But Kevin Sullivan, Colin, is the future of our federation, and he's going to be playing for Manchester City when he turns 18.
I just don't rate him. This pitch is different.
Yeah, him, Tomas, Damian, they don't rate Kevin Sullivan. Colin, you there? We rate Kevin Sullivan. All right, he's a good player. So I can't wait for 2030. I'm already looking forward to CONCACAF
Need to figure out.
League.
Need to make sure there's a constant flux of talent. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't be a country of 350 million people and the most athletically prowess country in the world, bar none, and get out-talented in finding an 11 that works.
100%. Plus, I just want to add.
Mike, there are you should not be weak links for a United States
agree, but we have
men's national team.
But this is, and granted context, right? We're not a football country. I'm hoping to change that. But this is the deepest the roster, I think, has ever been, 1 through 11.
Bar's low, but yes.
I can't wait for the 5-5 story of me explaining to you how we kicked the living crap out of Mexico and Canada and CONCACAF.
Number 5.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Did people forget where the totem pole is in that? All right, what are we on number 5? With the U.S. World Cup run now in the books, Colin, what's the letter grade?
It's a B.
Elias?
A B minus.
Elias?
C plus.
Ugh.
It's got to be. It's nowhere near an A, Mike.
I'll go B plus.
Yeah, come on, dude. It's an
Mike,
87.
come on.
You want my real answer? A minus.
Oh,
and that
stop.
is
See,
the
that's
5 at 5.
That's
C plus,
teacher's pet right
presented
there.
by
C plus,
Flagler
much.
Credit Union.
What a
Guys,
waste of time.
Colin, you're so funny. I truly am. Like, what did you tell me about the bar? Bro, my bar is the round of 16. Like, dude, we have never been out of the round of 16. And we didn't accomplish that. But the 5 I told you, the 02 World Cup is when it all started. I can't tell you I was locked in every game at 8 years old. When I started getting locked into every World Cup game was 06. I'm telling you guys, this was the most fun I ever had with the United States team. It is. And with all due respect to my favorite player ever is Tim Donovan. God, Mike. Tim Howard. All right. I love Timmy. Played for United, played for my club team, Everton Centurion. I loved those guys growing up. They got it, them and United and Cristiano Ronaldo got me into football. But if I'm being fair, this is the most fun I ever had at a World Cup. We were scoring goals. We were playing a fun brand of style of play with Pochettino. We had a world-class manager. All hell broke loose in the Belgium game, and
it's gonna have to be better. It's gonna have to be better.
And it will have to be better. But
I'm gonna be better right now. I'm gonna change from C plus to B, just not to be so harsh on the U.S.
Thanks, Elias.
It's going to be a B. But again, having fun and being successful are two different things, Mike. And again, USA on this World Cup achieved the same.
I'm really excited for Malik Tillman. I think he's going to get a move from Leverkusen. By the way, folks, Leverkusen, German team, that's where he plays right now. I actually think he could get a move with how well he played in this tournament.
We'll see.
Wow. So Mike's giving this team giving this run an
A minus.
A plus.
B plus.
100 out of 100.
If I could wear my honker glasses.
No one's thinking about Ohio State. No one cares.
A minus for Mike Rizzo.
Wow. That was your 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union. We got 0-0, 80th minute, Columbia, Switzerland. This has been the story of Columbia's run so far as well.
You can't score. They can't score.
You got a 5-setter tiebreak in Wimbledon right now. I know Mike's on top of that. Novak Djokovic in the quarterfinal at the moment. But we'll talk about the rest of the World Cup on the other side of things. It's Russo and Rizzo at ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia. Have you ever wished buying a car could actually feel easy? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, it does, especially during the summer sticker sales event. Just call Lonnie Mister, tell him what you're looking for, and before you arrive, he'll have a vehicle ready out front, washed, gassed up, and waiting for you. He'll even text you photos so you know exactly what to expect. No games, no pressure, no hidden fees. Just real people helping real people. With hundreds of new Kias arriving, including the Telluride, K4, K5, Sportage, and all-electric EV9, there's never been a better time to find the perfect ride. Not sure which Kia is right for you? Take advantage of Greenway Kia's exclusive 24-hour test drive. Take it home, drive it, and make sure it's the one. Plus, this week only, the Greenway Kia Credit Clinic is back. Let their team work hard to help get you approved. Call 561-433-1511 and ask for Lonnie Mister. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where buying a car feels personal.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the...
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Nobody's more excited for 2030 than Mike Rizzo. And you know what? Maybe you could look ahead onto a future and see if you could place the United States to get to the quarterfinal.
Like, it's just like, I understand. I'm losing the Johnny-come-lately fan. All my, true-blooded Americans who I love to death and would go to war for are very upset that we didn't win the whole World Cup.
Well, they're upset they didn't beat Belgium, Mike. Be fair.
Colin,
I need upset you didn't get killed by Belgium.
I need us to come back to earth. There is a lot of good from this World Cup, and we're going to be a better team post this World Cup. With that said, yeah, Colin, I wish I could look at 20-30 odds for this team to get to the round of 8. And I could do that in a couple of years with my good friends at Hard Rock Bet. But trolling aside, folks, if you would have took Lionel Messi and Argentina to win when they were down, Colin, it was plus 600 odds. They were down 2-0 in the 79th minute, and it was plus 600. You would have had a big-time payday with Hard Rock Bet. Right now, go take a look at the Colombia and Switzerland lines. Colombia doing what they've done this whole tournament, struggling to score goals. Switzerland, that pesky team who's sticking around. If you got a gut feeling on any of these games, go bet on them at Hard Rock Bet. College football season right around the corner as well. You know who I'm putting my money on.
No one's thinking about Ohio State. No one
time.
cares.
But if you're a Miami Hurricane fan, if you're a Florida fan, John Summerall, new head coach, friend of show, killing it in the recruiting, killing it in the portal. If you're big on the Gators next year, go put your money where your mouth is with Hard Rock Bet. If you're one of those people, South Florida fans who love your beloved Miami Dolphins, go take their win total. I mean, what, 5.5, 6.5? You think the Dolphins are going to surprise some people? Go look into it with Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms, conditions apply. If you or a friend are concerned about gambling, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
No score, 0-0 in Colombia, Switzerland. And I'll tell you, Colombia, Argentina would be a fun next round. I'm personally rooting for Switzerland. Because I think Colombia is a bunch of phonies.
They can't score.
Wow.
They can't score.
Every game's the same with
They
Colombia.
can't score.
Dude, every game's the same.
They can't score, bro.
They
They
escape
can't
by the
score.
skin of their teeth every single time out. Hey.
There's a lot
At
of
least they win their games.
There's a lot of CONMEBOL bias behind that glass. They're lucky Lionel Messi.
I could say the same again.
By the way,
I could say the same
all
with
the
you,
business
man.
in the world losing, home cooking on the referee when he's. By the way, there was a foul 8 minutes ago. VIR told me that's a little phony too.
Listen, they're lucky that, our GOAT, Lionel Messi, plays for Argentina because everyone else is at home. But the reason I'm getting on my CONMEBOL boys, Colin, they told us Paraguay was, they had Ronaldinho on the team going into that game, and the U.S. was going to lose 2-1, and we kicked the crap out of them. And then I try rebuttaling back with, the United States had a solid run. They beat good teams. Now Paraguay all of a sudden stinks. It's phony. It's phony. I understand we lost at the biggest stage. You can sit here and tell me, oh, it's the same old this, same old that. But to sit here and tell me you're not excited for what the future holds for the United States soccer, I think is foolish.
That's fine.
And I think people are getting out of line. Mexican fans are getting out of line. Canadian fans. Let's circle back around in September when the United States cracks that whip and gets all of the rats back into shape. All right, once we start doing CONCACAF competition.
Now,
that's it.
While Mike's looking forward to another tournament,
September Nations League, correct?
The rest of the world
we gotta qualify. We got to qualify.
The rest of the world is thinking about who's going to win this World Cup. Argentina's bled a little bit.
Yep.
France didn't look amazing against Paraguay.
England
probably had the most impressive win of the entire tournament against Mexico at Azteca. Have your odds on favorites changed at all?
I'll give you one better. I want England versus Argentina, and I want Spain versus France. As an American with no team left, I'm hitching my wagon to Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time. You can listen to his club games right here on your Inter Miami Radio Network on ESPN 106.3.
He was close to retiring if he lost to Egypt today.
Yep.
On the field.
Guys, do not
Thank you to Inter Miami. Thank you to Mike Rizzo. Thank you to Damian Perez, Elias Pusumete, and Julian Salvador for the great coverage.
Listen,
but I handed my jersey and signed.
Do not let myself, Stephanie Prince, our general manager, and the godfather of football, who is not on speaking terms with me with how illy I've spoken about Mexico, and Julian, hear you say that. But trolling aside, I want a France and Argentina final. I want round 2 a Qatar. I want round 2 a Qatar.
And they played in 2018 too, correct?
2002.
They played in 2018, didn't they?
18, yeah, but it was a different round.
Yeah, right. But
final.
it was not the final. It was the semifinal or something.
No,
like
no.
It was a
Quarterfinal.
Give me Mbappe, who's going to be the greatest international. Messi's the GOAT all around, all levels. I think Mbappe, when it's all said and done, will be the best international player
round 3,
of all time.
France, Argentina. You know, France going to be pissed off about that. That's probably the best possible case for building anticipation. The greatest final ever played.
And keep in mind, I mean, that France team. If Colo Milani puts that on target, they won 2 in a row for the first time since Italy in the 30s, right? Or 50s. I always get that.
Probably Brazil. Brazil in the 56, 60 maybe.
So Italy, I know for a fact Italy did back-to-back. I can't remember if Brazil did. Guys, regardless, that
Germany
was
might have. Yeah,
that was a hell of a game. And I think if those two met up, it could be the same. I am worried about Spain. I am
worried for Spain.
For Spain, Portugal.
That was a snoozer of a game
and
Portugal.
And listen,
Spain is the only team who can beat France.
I know you guys hate Ronaldo and company, but
no
Portugal,
one hates Ronaldo, man.
Oh, you guys.
Oh my God, Mike. Every time someone disagrees with you, is you hate this team.
You hate
you hate this team.
No,
man, I can't.
I'm not high on Ronaldo.
You don't like the United States men's national team. That is apparent. But
oh my God,
Colin doesn't like Ronaldo. You don't like Ronaldo,
Mike. Just because I'm not gonna sugarcoat this tournament because it was a mediocre tournament for the USA, and you don't agree with me. It's fine, but that doesn't mean I hate the team. I don't hate it. I'm just saying things how they are. That's all, man. It's a mediocre tournament.
You're big on the goals. You're big on the goals.
Most
goals.
That
mentality.
Most
that
goals
was a hurricane.
Most goals
that
ever.
mentality, Mike, is bad.
Mike, Qatar was a hurricane. We can't be comparing things to Qatar.
We had 3 goals total in Qatar. We had 3 goals and a half.
That's all.
That's not good.
We
that's
had
not
3
good.
goals and a half this tournament, and you have a starting 11 that's going to be the same starting 11 outside of Ream and Freeze.
Let's hope not. I mean, with Ream, let's get Ream out of there.
He won't be there.
Somebody new in goal.
And Freeze, you're going to have the kid from Chelsea. So you're going to upgrade. The team will be, I'm not fronting when I say this. The team will be better, and there was good from this world. I'm not going to be one of these somber you-know-whats today.
Yeah.
I've put too much time and effort into this team over the years. You have a lot to be proud of from this World Cup. And I honest to God, they didn't have the outcome they wanted. I blame the goalkeeper. I blame Tim Ream. I think if the United States, if that Freeze situation didn't have a net, I really think we win that game, man. I really, with the momentum we had in that second half, dude, it just sucks that a situation like that happened. It sucks. It happens, though. Guys, the sad part is this stuff happens in soccer. It's just, sometimes it's just not fair.
But you can't talk about not fair. They got punked.
Yeah.
They got beat, right? Let's not talk about they got burned out of the game. They got beat.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if they lost the game 1-0,
2-1,
4-3.
Be fair.
Outplayed for the first half, and then the second half, you self-inflicted wounds. And I still am on that first goal. Clear the ball. That's 101 stuff. We didn't do the basics. That's why we lost. And we did the basics all tournament before that.
Belgium was great at keeping pressing the ball, keeping it away from the wingers.
Flank. They took away the flank.
They did.
But you know what?
That's what screwed us up in that first half.
If the U.S. lost the game 3-2, 2-1, 4-3, 1-0, okay, these guys are fighting. You know what? I will be saying, okay, yeah, good, great World Cup. They did it. They lost 4-1. It's a way they lost.
They lost
3-1.
They lost 3-1.
4-1, Mike.
3-1.
4-1. You can't sugarcoat it. 4-1.
I love
4-1.
Love Lukaku. Appreciate the Europa Championship for United with Jose Mourinho. Let's be honest with ourselves. That was a handed goal. It was a stupid goal.
Still, goal is a goal. Goal is a goal.
3-4. I had Arston on the pitch. All right, let's pump the brakes a bit.
I don't care, Mike.
I had Arston on the pitch. All right,
care.
Come on. All right,
I don't care.
And you beat yourself. That's why I am saying The performance didn't reflect the team. I didn't see that stupid stuff the whole tournament. I'll listen to they played scared and they weren't ready.
They were not. They
played scared and they weren't ready. That doesn't reflect on what I'm going to remember that team for this World Cup.
That's fine.
And I think to sit here and tell me that it is an absolute failure and you got nothing to look forward to with United States soccer, that's shocking.
Oh, I'm
That's
looking. No one said that. I'm looking forward for this team because it has a lot of potential. They are going to learn from this 100%.
You need
100%.
Now, Colin, I need Pochettino to.
Yeah.
I need Poch.
That was a classic. He's a classic negotiating tactic. He's not going to say anything. He's got an agent. He's trying to negotiate money. He's trying to,
what I'm saying
he's not coming back until he signs the paper.
As a federation,
money and a good, it's
negotiating. His agent said, "Don't say anything."
It's good money
Don't say
and
anything.
obviously like a good project. He wants a good project.
It's also not. It's not his
I don't
moment.
know.
It's not his moment. You got to talk about the team and just listen.
Not now. Just give it time.
That's important though. That is for September. I want Pochettino on the sideline when we kick the crap out of Mexico.
Should France be worried about Morocco?
Sadly, yes. I'm rooting like hell for France in that game.
Last World Cup, they lost 2-0, and Morocco just gave them, France gave the ball to Morocco, and Morocco couldn't, figure it out. I think this is not the case. I think France is a better team than 4 years ago. Morocco is a better team too, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think France is going to win 2-1.
I've doubted Morocco every step of the way this tournament, and all they've done is win.
Yeah. And they want to play in a dogfight. They want to play in a dogfight.
100%.
One thing I think Morocco
We're
learned,
winning on the pool, on the World Cup pool in the office.
Yeah, with work,
Then never mind. We want Morocco.
Did we get anything with that?
Probably not.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, friendship or ice cream sandwiches, which I can't eat because I got to run a 10K.
I'm okay with that.
Kyle, I've doubted Morocco, and all they've done is win. And I think something Morocco could take from the Paraguay game, and I don't think Morocco is going to defend for 95 minutes like Paraguay, but they definitely saw something that they like and that they're going to use.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
And I think
shut down the offense a little bit.
And you want to know why I think that's apparent? Look what Egypt was able to do to Argentina. I think they look back at that Cape Verde game and they realize what worked and what didn't. We're at the point of the tournament
where you're learning from the other opponents.
A lot of tape is out.
Yeah.
A lot of tape is out. And that's why you give Belgium, listen, I could sit here and tell you that's not the result the lads, but
they probably learned something from Turkey.
Correct. And Belgium was the better team, and they were ready. They shut down Dest, they shut down Pulisic, and they forced everything to the middle. That's why Malik Tillman had the ball the whole game.
Did Pulisic even play?
All right, guys. All right, dude. All right.
I'm down at Pulisic, too, so I'm Team Elias here.
All right, guys.
We're good.
MLS bound.
Go film another Verizon commercial.
Guys.
I'm telling you, when I'm watching the Fox broadcast and those
in.
great hydration breaks come up, and I have to watch Pulisic get into a McDonald's bus, that's going to be a little tough to take. That's going to be a little tough.
Playing injured and had an amazing half when he was fully healthy.
I got Christian Pulisic telling me what
he's
bank,
resting now.
I got him telling me what bank to use. It's a little tough.
We're saving him for Mexico.
We'll leave after this. Extra time coming up next. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Marlins fans, do you feel the need for baseball? Top Gun Day is cleared for takeoff at Lone Depot Park on Sunday, July 12th at 1:40 p.m. Your special ticket package includes